A curse has befallen the region of Icewind Dale, in the form of an unrelenting winter that has slowly chipped away at those who live here for 2 long years. Most have lost the will to believe it will ever end, as hundreds of adventurers have flocked to this region in an attempt to end the curse and go down in history. None have succeeded. Those who do live to tell their tales are left frozen and mutilated by the horrors of the region. Join us as an unlikely group of adventurers come together to try and best these lands and put an end to the curse.
More door system.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright, sorry. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Tabletop Tyranny, where we neither play around a tabletop nor are we tyrannical. My name is Jacob, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening's game and for the many more to come in the future. Thank you for stopping by. Pull up a seat, grab some popcorn, some snacks, some drinks, and enjoy the show that we are going to put on. And as per usual, I have my 5 adventurers here tonight. Hello, adventurers. Thanks for joining. Yeah.
Hi.
Introduction.
Hey.
Hey,
Yes.
girl.
Just one.
We took a week off last week to kind of recharge our batteries, and we're going to be back for 2 weeks, this week and next week, and we'll take another break and come back strong after that. But it's been a while. But anyways, without further ado, we're going to get into this whole shebang. Usually I like to start these games for, ask a question to players that don't have inspiration. And, well, Jacob forgot to make a question up. So, what was the phrase fucking Fiska said when she was talking to Jayla about her husband? What was word for word the phrase she said?
I don't remember. Hold on.
My character wasn't there, so.
Did I write it down? No, I don't think I wrote it down.
You mean you don't write down everything Fiska says?
No, I know that he was following her.
Yeah, sort of. No, I mean, yeah, that wasn't what she said about it.
It was like something about
very lovely words.
It was. I don't think it was nice. Right?
Yeah,
Didn't
something
seem
like.
Nice enough.
He's.
All I know
If you
is,
see this guy,
yeah.
something like that. Like keep him away from me, or don't tell
you
him
guys
I'm
tried.
here.
If you don't have inspiration, take a point of inspiration. You tried. And that's all I can ask. Participation or inspiration.
This.
Yay!
Don't complain. I'll take it away.
I said yay. God.
Don't complain.
Alright, anyways, let's get into a recap for last session. So last session, the party attacked those responsible for stealing Bryn Shander's supply of weapons. There was this intense battle that took place where at first it looked like the party was a little in over their heads as Lorien fell in the first round of combat.
Okay.
Jayla was getting considerably low, but however, they were able to, bolster themselves, fight through this hard-fought battle, and they were able to properly dispose of their enemies and successfully level up to level 3, which that's a big achievement. Level 3. We have been at level 2 for a hot minute now. But with the weapons now all accounted for, Lorien and Jayla retrieved Sheriff Markham, to which, he came to the rest of y'all. He handed over the agreed 300 gold pieces and promised that there would be a favor that could be provided if necessary, if, you guys got into trouble or something. It was very vague, but there was a favor that was promised. Before taking his leave, Sheriff Markham informed the party that he could send word over to Captain Argalith in East Haven, seeing as their skill set as renowned, investigators, finder, locators, whatever the title you want to use to describe them. He thought they could be useful and prove useful to her, whatever's going on over there. It sounded like he said something about missing people or something like that, but who knows what's going on over in East Haven. The party suggested he do so, and with this side quest kind of officially over, in a sense, the party made their way back to the Northlook Inn to rest for the evening. There was some backstory elements that kind of came to light when the party read a local newspaper that showed the images of 2 individuals. The first image was of a red female dragonborn named Azita the Arson, and the other was of a human male whose face was scarred viciously that was named Baron the Lion Slaughterer. Now, Lorien and Elzel seemed a little taken aback by these pictures, whether it be from the sight of recognizing their own respective friends from the past, or quite possibly the fact that Azita and Baron's eyes were that familiar icy blue that you have seen all throughout Icewind Dale so far. The party then shared some of their secrets with one another, obviously starting with Lorien and Elzel, seeing as newspaper articles seem to, warrant that information.
I don't keep any secrets.
Lorien also let the party in on the deal he had struck with Mama Ethel. Ichabod revealed his story, his backstory, and displayed that gruesome rope burn that kind of scarred and decorates his neck.
I wasn't there, so I still don't know.
You still don't know.
Like, why is he wearing that? Why
Yep.
is he wearing that scarf?
You and most of the Dell folk in Tin Towns are like, why is that guy wearing that creepy ass scarf? Maybe they just don't like scarves around here. Who knows? But Ichabod also, when he was revealing his backstory, he did reveal that the Raven Queen had decided it was not his time to depart from this, and he was kept around a little longer to kind of given with the task to try to find out and prevent Oral and possibly Orcus from getting up to no good, as he said. Lastly, later in that night, Fiska and Jayla had a girl talk where Fiska asked Jayla for a favor that if Jayla ever saw, word for word quote, a goofy ass little bitch looking Aarakocra, to let Fiska know so she can leave. Because Fiska still needed some space away from her clingy husband, Wooderoast. Jayla then questioned Fiska about that black pipe that was regurgitated the other night, where Fiska let Jayla know that she had been eaten for two and that he had gifted it to her for eating the things that he liked. And that was kind of where we ended this last session. There was a bunch of backstory stuff that happened. It was very good role play. Guess you get something.
Fiska did throw a
Fiska
rock or
threw a
snowball
rock
at me.
back.
Why are you
Lorien.
bringing that up? Why
That
does
is
that matter?
correct. Lorien was hit again in the back of the head with another rock.
It matters to me.
Lorien doesn't know if that's just someone pulling a prank on him or if that's Mama Ethel's revenge.
No, it's,
Death by pelting of small pebbles.
Icewind Dale just sucks, man.
Could you imagine? It's like water drops, but just a little pebble until you go insane.
So fucking annoying.
But yeah, you guys all long rested, and like before, you all. Oh, you want to say something else, Tyler?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have all long rested. It's a new day in Icewind Dale. You are kind of already all up eating breakfast inside of the.
Now I would like to.
Okay. Yes. Go.
I would have probably gotten up early,
Okay.
and I would have taken Smeggle with me, and we would have gone get Smeggle some armor and weapons
Yes.
and such.
Yeah. Before anybody else, Lorien wakes up, butt crack of dawn. Him and Smeggle, they go out, find some armor, some weapons, and eventually return. And you guys, as Lorien and them return, Lorien, you can go ahead and take off the gold. Smeggle already has all this stuff equipped to his character sheet.
Yeah, I did it when we talked about it.
And you guys are all kind of, at this point, Smeggle has become fully equipped. He's still hidden, so the little spot that's on the back of Lorien's body is a little bit thicker now. But you guys are all eating breakfast. Oh my God, I lost how to talk. You are eating breakfast inside of the Northlook. Seated at a table in the back. The inn is already bustling with drunkards and locals. Elazel, a gentleman approaches you and leaves a flask in front of you.
Mm.
And he says, "The sheriff promised you a flask." And he skitters away.
Thank you.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
But as you guys are sitting here enjoying breakfast, seeing this empty flask at that, you all kind of have this realization that it's the 28th of Uktar. That's the month. Uktar's the month. And in 2 days, you know that there's a sacrifice. The sacrificial practices that have been in Icewind Dale for well over a year and a half, 2 years. You know that there is a sacrifice in East Haven. The Dell folk, each town pays their respects in their own way to Oral. They either sacrifice food, warmth, or even the people, depending on how big of a city and what resources they have at their availability. You know that Torque's caravan is planned to be in East Haven, as has kind of been deduced by those that you've met along your journey. And, you guys have this premonition, this thought that, the sacrifice is going to happen on the 30th. Fisk and Jayla can kind of back it up. Y'all know that If the town sacrifices people, they usually hold a lottery on the day before, just so they can, reward that person. They can get them drunker than a skunk, let them eat, fill their belly, let them have the best night of their life, basically, before they cut their neck, basically, hang them. Or whatever they do, depends on the town you're at. You guys know that. Fiska and Jayla, you know that. You would have explained that to the party already. But you guys have been, it dawns on you, you guys have been traveling alongside one another for 10 days, basically. So you've been together for a whole week. It doesn't feel like it out in our world, but in game, you guys have been together for 10 days. So
yeah, we started this in August. 10 days.
Yes. Yep, one full week in Icewind Dale, and you've come to learn of the many horrors and hardships this land has to offer. But as you guys are sitting at this table, you realize all of that. The day is yours. What are you guys going to do?
We did learn, just to remind everyone, that a guy was being burned this morning in front of the Arcane Brotherhood guy.
Yeah.
Was being burned.
I forget to mention that. Oops.
Yeah.
I actually did forget to mention that. But you are right, Tyler. There is that as well.
He's being burned. I don't think we'll make it. Because, we just didn't decide to go.
Yeah.
And it was late, so... And also, we were like, what could we do?
Yeah. Maybe he'll use his arcane powers to get out of it.
That's my thought.
So, how much longer are we here?
I think it's time to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I had that dagger being created by Keegan, and I obviously don't want to go back to get it. I was gonna send off for it, but obviously it'd be best to. Do I write a letter here and say send it to East Haven when I don't know anyone there, or do I get there and meet someone and say, hey, yeah. I don't want to wait too long for it, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll do it when we get there. It makes more sense.
It's only, 7 hours to East Haven? How long?
Yeah.
Yeah, from Bryn Shander to East Haven is a 7.5 hour hike.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Are there post offices
Yeah.
in the town?
There are post offices in the town. Mainly the bigger towns have a influx of, carrier animals, messengers in a sense. Now, if you're going to a smaller town, you can get one. It's just pricier and it takes a lot longer. But since you are in Bryn Shander, Targos is a big city. It's not going to take long for a carrier pigeon to go. A carrier, whatever, not a pigeon. Dear God. But it's they have that resource available to the bigger cities. It's a lot easier. Yes, there you go.
I'd just be like, well, I suppose I could write a letter and just say send it to a post office in East Haven, right? That would make sense. I just ask whoever's sending it, like, where would it be sent to, and then find that place when we get there. That way we're not losing 7 hours on retrieving it. Or I'm not, not we, but...
We don't know how long we'll be in East Haven, so the faster it gets there, the better.
Right. Sorry, I missed it if you explained it, Jacob. Did we learn who was chosen or when the person is chosen who is being sacrificed?
You do not know who has been chosen. The lottery... So basically, Fiska and Jay explain it. The lottery itself, which the big towns, they sacrifice people. They have a lottery where they pick a number or they draw a name. It's the day before the sacrifice, so it'd be on the 29th that the lottery would happen.
Okay.
And you guys know that, because you've been questifying Torque's Caravan, that Sethvik has been killing people, and you feel confident that the 29th, that day is going to be the day where, you'll see him, probably can interact with him, and then inevitably, when the time presents it, dispose of him or, figure out a way to stop the murders from happening.
Okay. So I'll just be like, I'll just quickly pop in on our way out, write a letter and send it off to Keegan. And
yeah, and it's like 5 copper, dude. It's
okay.
It's not expensive to you, but for like Del folk, it would be like a third of their paycheck. They don't get a lot of money in Flux money here, so.
So would the letter go straight to Keegan, or would it go to a post office?
You can address it to Keegan. It'll go to a post office and then be taken to him in a sense like that.
Okay. So I'd be like, does anybody know Keegan's address? Maybe just is it just a name in a town, and they
There's a
figure
town
it out?
registry with all that information.
Okay.
It'll get to Keegan. I will promise
Okay.
you that.
All right. So yeah, I will do that whenever the time presents itself on our way out. I mean, we don't really need to stop and do it. It would basically just say, "Hey, Keegan, it's Elazal. You said you'd have the dagger done. Hopefully, it's done. If not, whatever. We'll be in East Haven. So send it to blah 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 post office there
Yeah, you
once I
say-
learn the name.
Yeah. You feel confident enough that he's gonna get the message, and then eventually you'll get your item when you get to East Haven.
Okay.
You know, whenever it gets transported.
All right.
And so what are you guys doing? You guys heading out of East Haven? Are y'all hiking? Are y'all got anything you want to buy before you leave?
How much? Not particularly. I don't think we should even get the. I mean, we could like rent some axe beaks, but I mean that's up to the collective. Is that something you want to do? Instead of 7, it'd be 3.5 hours. What time of day is it right now? Like, what's the?
I'm gonna give it. It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. You have a full day ahead of you.
We'd miss the execution even if we got axe beaks.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like it was first thing in the morning, right?
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Listen, Jacob might have said first thing in the morning, but you guys are gonna make it to the execution. I'll be honest.
Sure.
Of-
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Of design.
Okay. Yes.
Oh.
So we're ready an X-Beat.
I mean, I asked everyone if that's what we were doing. I wasn't like, we're doing it.
Well, I'd rather save our money for longer journeys. If
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't. It
we
doesn't really
think we'll
matter.
make it anyway. It seems like they keep postponing when the execution will be. So
Yeah, doesn't sound tired. Execution pushed back to another half hour. Never mind, 2 hours.
Also, all of our names will be entered in Targos's thing, and my name will be entered here. So, the lottery, as it were.
Yeah, those of us who gave our real names.
I only gave my real name to that stupid Nair. So
Oh, I wasn't there for that meeting. With
it was shit. You wouldn't have enjoyed it.
I'm pretty sure
I was out making business deals.
I'm pretty sure all I've given is my real name, so I might be in there 10 times, depending on who entered it.
So you're like the walking diamond in Icewind Dale. People are gonna know who you are.
Yeah.
Look at that cat dragon guy.
Yeah.
Who's that?
My name is Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not on the list. I guess he's good to go.
Yeah.
So you guys are just hiking to East Haven.
Yeah. let's
so.
do it.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I think
Alright,
so.
cool. You guys, you get all your gatherings, you check out of the North Look, and you stand at the east gate of Bryn Shander. And at the eastern gate of Bryn Shander is this route known as the Eastway, which is basically, think of the highway of Icewind Dale that heads to the east. It's kind of easy to find
Oh.
because it goes to East Haven 9 times out of 10, unless you turn around and go west. But that's not a road in Icewind Dale. But anyways, this path is made of gravel and very loose stones that it connects this settlement to the majority of the other 10-town settlements. And from where you stand, it seems that it extends forever off into a snow-covered horizon, which is basically every time you look out, it looks like it extends forever and ever. It looks like the snow is endless, which the snow is endless, especially here. You set out for what feels like hours and hours. And you have become very familiar with this journey between towns. And like before, the landscape is bare, it's unchanging, it's depressing, it's horrible, it sucks.
Yeah.
I need to transition the scene over to a disgusting travel art that's not loading for me, but if it loads for you guys, let me know.
I can just imagine every time we like set out, we're like, shit, we gotta go back out there again. You know, it's like, ugh.
Did it load the scene or no? Is it just stuck?
Nope.
I'm at 98.
What in
Oh,
the-
there it is.
Oh, there it
There you
is.
go.
Oh, we
Mazel tov! But yeah, you guys, it sucks. It's depressing. However, as you guys are making your way along this route, dozens upon dozens of Delpho. They do pass you in the beginning as you leave the town. You do pass several, different villagers that come from and to different parts of the cities over here. But eventually, about 3.5 hours into your journey, the winds pick up rapidly. It's kind of hard to see in this wasteland, but you do see what looks like a hulking shape out in the distance. You can't really make out too well what it is, but it looks like this huge shape in the road that's just blocking the entirety of the east way. You can't see, but the shape is all your internal sensors are telling you that this is a threat. You're like, that's danger. I need each of you to make a perception check for me as you guys are like pushing forward.
Ooh, 22.
I remember giving a fake name to the people at the gate. It was like legs long something.
It was.
Oh
I think it was
yeah.
like Jerry's legs longs or something like that.
Yeah, I forget the first name, but
19.
shit.
22, 19. All right, who else?
5.
Hell yeah,
Perception?
that's good. Yes.
Would it be
6.
would it
Yes.
would it rely on hearing or smell?
Sure.
Okay, I get advantage on that.
Okay.
Okay, 13.
Yeah,
That's
so
better
those of
than
you
the
that
4 I
rolled,
would have got.
yeah, those of you that rolled a 22 and a 19, was it, Jayla?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys see this as you push closer. Ethan, if you would like to describe what they see as they kind of
Whoa.
get closer to your shape.
Okay, so what they see is they see a big Goliath man. He is covered head to toe in tattoos. One half of his face is blue tattoos, the other half is purple, and it goes down his back. He has a little bit of fur around him, keeping him from the cold, and he's pushing a sled. He is his sled is full of just pelts. Tons of them. And do I need to roll a perception to see if I see them?
You can roll one just to see if you can make out, but you kind of fixed on trying to push the sled. And those of
Okay.
you that do notice him as you are approaching, this is a big figure. This is a massive Goliath. There is a more massive amount of pelts on this, and he is frustrated. You see him pushing as best as he can, but he's sliding more so than he is making progress. And you just see he is not having the time of day with whatever he is trying to do.
Oh, these pelts! I can't get them pushed. Come on, come on.
So I guess those of us who actually saw
Yes.
what and who this was will relay it. I'll just be like, there's a large man, lots of tattoos. He's got a sled full of pelts. Do we hear him?
Yeah, at
Yeah.
this point, the wind does carry his voice, and you hear his voice on the wind. Those of you that even had a lower perception check, you hear this frustrated Goliath.
I'm like, yeah, he sounds kind of pitiful, like he's really struggling with these pelts.
Yeah, he sounds like he needs help.
Lorian, go over there, help him.
Oh, so it's my job. Okay.
One of those Goliaths we've already met.
Does it look like one of the Goliaths we met?
It doesn't look like- it
they're
doesn't
all
look like-
females.
It doesn't
they're-
look like the ones that you have met.
They were all females?
Yeah.
Uh,
Right?
The main one was a female. There was an intermixing of like two.
Oh, okay.
two
Kidding.
women with her. Yes, but this doesn't look very. This looks like a different tribe of Goliath
Okay.
with the tattoo.
I guess I'll walk up and I'll say, "Do you need help, friend?"
Oh my, you scared me.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not gonna steal them, are you?
No, not. I don't plan to.
Okay. I guess that's all right. Yeah, it's kind of heavy. There's a lot on here.
Well, I'm pretty
It's
strong.
like 6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get your shit.
There are more than 6 pelts on this.
No. Yeah, I've been killing out since 6 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Oh god! I thought you were
There are
saying-
I
Yeah,
Already.
pelts.
I just thought he wasn't
6
smart.
I thought they were like Yeti pelts.
So just can't count.
Yeah, but Ghoul, you see this this bugbear, just pure white bugbear. I'll even share his image for you. I'll show you.
I'll call ahead. I'm like, it's all right. Calling
Kind
it.
of looks like
Blast.
that. Kind of looks like that.
Okay.
That's the gentleman that approached you, and as you see him and turn to him and look around, you do see the rest. You see this Aarakocra white that looks like a I forget the word. I'm sorry.
Heron.
A heron. Egret. Yes. You see a Aarakocra that kind of looks like egret. You see there is. I will just share all you guys' photos. I mean, at this point, why not? This picture's a little zoomed in and a little small.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, you didn't say full. Okay, that's fine. I have this before.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was that small.
I love that it's just her eye.
It's just that.
I
see
can
this,
see into your soul.
You see, you glance to the right of her, and you see there is this. It's a race you haven't really seen before. It's kind of like a mixture between a tabaxi and a dragonborn. It's a very much an intermingling of the two of them.
What's up?
Okay.
To the right of that is a really weird guy. You can't really see his artwork because it doesn't really show anything, but you see this really weird guy wearing a scarf. He's pretty much bundled up, but the weirdest thing about him is he's got a scarf on, and you haven't seen many people in Icewind Dale with scarves. You don't know if it's just a strange, fashion sense, or maybe this guy just has a scarf fetish or something crazy. Who knows? To the right of him, you see this very beautiful, very big and muscular, equally as muscular as the bugbear that approached you to begin with, a minotaur. But they are all kind of standing in the shadows, watching. Not the shadows. They're kind of standing back, watching all this unfold. But Lauren, you go and you give the sled a good lurch as well, and Ghoul, you feel the sled actually moves a little bit. It's moving more than it has in the past, 3 hours that you've been trying.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Finally. Little leeway.
Do you need more help?
Well, I got it.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
I got it.
I'll just start helping, so this doesn't take forever.
Yeah, you pile in onto this pile of bodies pushing, and the sled begins to accelerate much faster. You feel with the three of you, even though you guys are all really strong, you feel with the three of you, you don't know if it's the terrain or if it's just the sled is just discreetly just so heavy. It's made of the heaviest material and it's pelted down with all these pelts. But you guys are actively able to move it with the three pushing in unison. And you guys begin to propel. Can y'all hear me? My screen's like messing up.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Okay,
hear
I just want to make sure my camera's like bugging out on me over here. But you guys begin to propel a little bit along the way. Yeah, and you guys are just pushing, kind of in directionless. Ghoul, you kind of have to you kind of need to tell them where you're trying to head or whatever, because you guys are just going into the wilderness a little bit.
So left, no, my left, right, kind of straight. We're gonna be doing this for a couple hours. I'm heading to East Haven. Is that okay
Oh.
with you
Oh,
guys?
perfect.
Oh yeah, we're heading that way.
Oh, that's lovely.
And
Oh,
those of
no,
you,
left. Don't hit the rock.
So,
yeah,
So-
you graze past the pebble. But you guys that looked at the newspaper last night at the inn, you kind of remembered that there was a small ad in the newspaper for a hide salesman, and it was a very crude drawing of like a stick figure that said "hides for sales," and it was like a very minuscule portion of the newspaper, and you guys kind of just glanced at it and like turned the page. But you guys, you can kind of see the artistic rendition that this guy might have tried to draw. You can kind of get the vibe that this might have been the gentleman that had put that ad into the newspaper.
I'll just speak up and say that. I'm like, wait, did we see you in the newspaper?
Wait,
that-
I was in the newspaper.
Yeah, an
Oh,
ad
that's-
for, yeah.
That's what I was drawing. Oh yeah, I think that was me.
I mean,
Are you here to buy a pelt?
no. I mean, maybe someone wants to. I'm not. We have a couple already, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably come in handy out here, right?
I I would hope so. I'm kind of business hasn't been the best, but I'm trying.
Well,
What kind of pelts are they?
I think that's a wolf. I kind of just kill them.
what's
I'm
the
not- I'm
what's
not
the biggest
brightest when
thing?
it comes to-
What's the biggest thing you killed?
I reach over and I don't know what I grab.
You
But
grab
it's
like
pretty- it's huge.
it's like an owlbear hide. You it's an owlbear
I
hide.
got this.
Does it look like the owlbear that sat at our camp the other night?
You can make a nature check to kind of
Aw.
discern how well of a pull, how glance that you got off of that owlbear.
I got a dirty 20.
It looks like the exact same one. Yes, it does.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know.
Well, what's your name?
I'm Gao.
Gal?
Gao, yeah, Gao Stormlands.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Elizel.
Elizel?
Elizel, yeah.
Oh, you're pretty interesting.
Yeah.
In a nice way. I'm not trying to be.
No. Yeah, no, I got it. I appreciate it.
Who's the rest of them?
I'm Lorian. I'll reach out to shake his hand while we're pushing.
While we're pushing. Oh, nice to meet you.
Yep,
I'm
no,
Gao.
sweet.
Jayla.
Jayla?
Yep.
Oh, that's a fancy name.
She's friendly.
I'm friendly.
Yeah, sure.
You guys will
Oh.
get along well.
Lorian, shut up.
I don't think we're gonna get along as well as you think.
There's
I
Ichabod.
can be nice.
Yeah. Go ahead, Fiska.
My name's Stacy. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I haven't heard that name in a while.
I imagine this is right after Ichabod actually says, "Go ahead, Fiska."
I would have heard Stacy. I would have went with Stacy.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not the
Oh, that's my
brightest
name.
in the shed, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Ichabod says Ichabod.
Oh, that's a menacing name.
That was just him sneezing.
Oh, he sneezed? Bless you. I'm Gao. Nice to meet you. So, what brings you guys on the path?
Gotta get to East Haven. We're trying to find cool things from the caravan. You know of
Caravan?
Torque's caravan?
I want to say I've heard of him.
It's a whole caravan, not one person.
Oh, there's multiple people named Talk in a caravan?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, do they sell pelts?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't like them then.
Oh,
Simple as that.
Well,
They steal my business. I need pelts to sell.
we don't like him either. So
Oh, that's good. Are
We
you guys
hate Ru-
into pelts
Yeah, what?
business too?
Not in the business really. We do skin animals sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I would look back at Elazal and Jayla to be like, do you guys have the? Don't you have like the?
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
the
Crag Cat.
Yes,
Pelts.
they have crack cat tanned hide on their in their backpacks.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Did you
Yeah.
guys make that?
I'm just like I'd take it out, but it took me forever to put it in there.
We paid someone to tan it and all that, so
We didn't kill it
Oh.
though.
yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
killed
awesome.
it.
It's always fun. Killing stuff.
Where do you usually live? Like, where are
Oh.
you based?
Well, I'm not really based anywhere currently. I'm kind of just going from town to town trying to get pelts to sell.
Have you seen a sailor man with like blue eyes? Stark blue eyes?
I've seen some things with blue eyes.
Yeah, and as he says that, you guys, you notice he has
I
very
do have
familiar
blue
set
eyes.
of icy blue eyes as well.
No.
This guy.
Everybody at once, collective. Oh.
I think I have blue eyes. Is that
Have you
is that
always
what you
had blue eyes?
Yeah. Kind of born with them, I think.
Is he lying? Is he lying?
I mean, you can make an inside check on him.
I don't
Would
know
you
if
like
he's...
me to roll for that.
You can either roll perception, or not perception, persuasion or deception. Don't tell us, but you can message me privately what you rolled. And
Okay.
Okay. I got an 18 on insight.
Can I roll too? Are we all rolling?
yeah, you can
Oh.
all make this
Okay.
roll if you choose. So feel free to choose.
secrets.
Jayla thinks he's an idiot, so she...
I got
Well, Jayla can't see it.
a 21.
Yeah, that's good.
Ichabod got a 19.
Nice.
We're not messing around.
Not with the blue eyes.
We're on alert.
Kiska's looking at everybody else's eyes now. she's like trying to like get underneath like the lid of Ichabod's scarf. She's like blue in
No,
there.
His
Those of
still
you that
pitch black.
Yeah. Those of you that rolled above a 13, you believe him. He feels as if he's being honest and truthful. He comes off as very truthful. You know, even some would say stupid in a sense. Not entirely too
Wow.
stupid, but stupid enough to like, he doesn't seem like he's the one that's gonna pull one over on you. Is what I'm saying. So you believe him.
I look at Fiska, like looking at everyone. I'm like, are you looking at everyone's eyes?
No.
I'm like, well, I mean, actually, can you please look at mine because I haven't looked in a mirror or anything lately. Are they green still?
Oh crap, they're blue.
Ichabod says that and just goes like, oh wow, that's new. They always that icy color.
You mean icy green, right? That's a thing.
guess-
Icy green.
Yeah.
Eyes too now.
Yeah. Everyone is just doing a whole like eye check. Everyone's just looking around.
Standoff.
What are we looking for?
Blue eyes. Some people we've run into, they didn't always have blue eyes. That's been kind of a
Oh.
thing. So yeah.
Do you
Oh.
kind of have times where you like black out and don't remember things?
Not really. I mean, I go to sleep, but that's kind of all.
Okay.
Alizal's like, wait, I do, but that's
What?
because
Oh,
of
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a different thing, Elza.
Oh, okay.
About this time, Gal, you notice that on the back of Orion, as you guys are pushing, you see there's something underneath his clothes that is squirming a bunch. It looks like his back is like there's like something on his back that's just squirming around a bunch.
Lorian, I think there's something stealing something in your backpack.
I think you need time.
No, I was sighing and huffing. But no, I just that's nothing. Don't worry about it.
So it looks like there's a hole in your bag now.
I'll look back to my compatriots and I'll be like,
He
You
probably can't breathe.
okay, well, I'll pull out Smeggle.
Holy shit! Yeah, you see, he pulls out this little goblin, this little, very small goblin, that's duped in like some leather armor. He's got a dagger, I believe. Was it anything else?
Yeah, he has a dagger, and then
He has a dagger on him now. This is fully like armored up little goblin. He looks very young, very much a young goblin, probably about 3 months old. But he's just drenched in sweat. His armor's kind of like half clinging to his body as it's slipping on his sweat. He's been into the steamer for a second.
Did you kidnap a goblin?
No.
I mean, if you think about it, kinda.
The goblin's shaking his head up and down.
Does he know common? Does he know common?
Oh wait, no, he doesn't. The goblin's just just looking around. Yeah, I forgot about that.
The goblin pledged himself to us. We didn't kidnap him. He chose.
Well, I mean, we murdered all his friends, and then.
That's
Okay.
not kidnapping.
Oh.
That's just murdering, and
We
we
didn't have
had
to-
no other choice.
So it's
I
like
really-
an abduction.
Yeah.
Well, this was his only way
Family.
he's gonna survive. So.
I don't know.
I-
He was pretty
while we're on
enthusiastic,
this-
wasn't he?
Yeah, but while we're on
Yeah,
this
he was.
subject, why is he still around?
What do you mean? What do you want us to do with him?
He's a child. What?
Okay. Well, what do you propose?
You could just leave him.
Get rid of him.
Wow.
I mean, I was on that side until the fight, until we saw what he was capable of, and I mean, he helped.
I think he's gonna die, but okay.
Well, we could all die. If he,
But
he either
he-
dies with us or dies without us.
I'm with Elazol here.
All right. I just want to say I said something. If he dies, it's not on me. Thank
What,
you.
what, what was your name again, fellow?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm Gao.
Gow. Okay.
Goul.
So we don't tell anyone about Smeggle. We keep it a secret.
Who's Smeggle?
Smeggle's the goblin, right? And I'll
Oh.
like pat the goblin's head.
Oh, okay.
He's just happy.
Right. See, he's happy. He wants to be here.
Okay. It's a little old, but hey, why are you guys gonna die?
No, it's not that we're going
We're
to
all gonna
die.
die.
It's that we could die out here, especially. I mean,
Oh,
most of us aren't
yeah.
even from here, so you know,
Oh,
yeah.
where are you guys from? Why'd you come to
Oh.
Icewind Dale?
I mean, those are long stories, I
Long
think.
stories, yeah.
You should have been here earlier. You should have been.
I'm from
Um,
there.
Word.
Ichabod's
I'm
there
from
for
here,
sure.
so.
No, I'm from the city of cats. So
Oh,
Elazal's like, I'm sorry,
What?
what? The city
that's
of
just
what?
That's just the name for. That's just like a title the city has.
I mean, you haven't seen any cats that look like me there.
No,
Wait, are
Okay.
you lying?
no,
Or is
I'm
that real?
no, I'm being.
Okay.
I'm
I was
being
like, what?
100% with you.
Yeah, Gal, you're hearing them say these town names off, but you don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Uh,
I'm
Slightest
from
clue.
You ever-
Golden Fields.
is
Anything?
it like made of gold?
No, it's the there's lots of fields, lots of crops, and they're like a gold color. I mean, it's more like brown, but you know, gold sounds better.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm from Dugan's Hole.
There you are.
Shut up! I hate you. Now, I would have preference. I wasn't raised there, but that's where my house is currently.
Yeah, I wasn't born in the city of cats, but yeah.
I don't know where I was born.
Yeah, Gal, you do know what Dugan's Hole is. Dugan's Hole is one of
Yeah.
the settlements in East or Icewind
Yeah.
Dale.
Why aren't you at your home then?
I have personal business to attend to.
It's a great point.
Actually, I mean, the long and short of my reason is what I just said. I don't know where I was born, who I was born to, so that's a part of the reason I'm up here searching.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I've got to save Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what are you just saving Icewind Dale? What's wrong with it? Other than the storm, but like, what's wrong with it?
That exactly. It's like wintry all the time, so I've got to save it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like a long story. We could get into it later.
Jayla just sighs very loudly, like, oh.
She's always this moody.
Okay.
Crazy.
She's our leader.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Elazal's like, well, I mean,
Stacy's got it right.
We're still moving while all this is going on.
Yes, you
Yeah,
guys are
we're
still.
like-
Yes, you
we're
guys
like
are.
pushing, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like pushing and talking at the same time.
We're here for 7 hours. I got you sitting here with me for 7 hours.
Elazal's just like, you know what? Actually, new person might as well ask. You never heard of Anazi Gazul, have you?
I don't think so.
What about the
Describe 'em?
the Netheril Empire? You ever heard of that?
I don't know.
Jacob is shaking his head.
No. I definitely don't.
You know, I actually I couldn't describe him really. It's all I really have is a name, and I figure, you know, new person. You seem kind, and
Oh, well, thank you.
might as well.
I mean, you guys started helping me push the cart, so I have to be kind.
It looks pretty
Oh,
comfy. I
so
was actually
you're-
really tempted to jump on the cart.
Please don't. I feel like it'd be a little bit heavier for us.
Well, I'm not very big.
I don't want to push anything else.
Many
don't wanna do this
people
right
wanna
now.
push it.
You're right, Jayla.
You guys push this sled full of these hide pelts, and you make your way towards East Haven. You know, you guys met Gal about 3.5 hours into your journey, so you have about 3.5 hours, 4 hours left. And you push the rest of the way. You know, struggling as you have to. You know, directing around different Dell folk that do pass you by. But eventually, you guys do get to the end of the Eastway at the town of East Haven, and as you guys are kind of cresting over one of the hills, like one of the little slopes, more so, not a hill, but more so a slope than anything. You see the town for the first time, but you kind of taken aback. Let me put this. Kind of taken aback as you don't. What in the hell? My music is tripping. Hold on.
What in the world?
Yeah, you guys are coming over this hill, and you look down and you see that there is a gathering of people. A very large gathering. At that. Hold that mental image.
Done.
There's large people gathering.
Yes, there is indeed.
They're all Goliaths.
Yes.
Do you know them?
That's crazy to ask.
The music is not playing. We're gonna go on without the music. So as you guys kind of come down the slope, you see that there are about 100 of. Give me a second. I haven't done this in a week. You see the town. It's kind of what you see as you kind of come over the slope, and that's like further into town. This is on the, you know, you're still a little bit away, but as you come over the slope, you see there are hundreds of Dell folk that have started to gather at the edge of East Haven. You know, there seems to be, as you get closer, there seems to be this real anticipation in the air. As you know, as you get closer, you hear residents. You know, they're all scattered sparingly. You know, they're all in their own different groups. You kind of have some emo kids in one section, some band nerds in another. But as you guys are getting closer, you hear that some of the residents are talking amongst one another. They're whispering gossip of. You know, there's gossiping, muttering different names. You know, you don't know whether to believe it's just small town gossip, or you know, if it has to do with anything that has these people gathered here. Though you are kind of unfamiliar with East Haven's traditions, you kind of quickly figure out why the crowd is here from 2 and 2 from what you knew previous, as you spot a massive, well-constructed pyre. It's an empty pyre, and it casts a very large, foreboding shadow. Somehow casts a shadow over those out that are in front of you watching it. And you all know that the execution that you heard about is about to begin. You get the sense that that's what the anticipation and the atmosphere is like. You hear bells that begin to chime off and ring around you as the sound kind of cascades throughout the crowd. And all the murmuring in the crowd just stops. It becomes still silent. The wind. The only thing that's causing noise is the wind and the subtle flapping of some of the pelts on Gal's little sled. And you see that everyone's heads begin to turn in very eerily in unison as they all just like glance in the direction of the bells. You see a group of 6 individuals heading towards the nearby road, kind of coming out of town, down one of these little trails, through a little divot in one of them towards this pyre. At the front of this group is an elven woman. She's wearing a very heavy set of armor. She has a very long tailored coat that kind of drags across the snow, flapping in the wind. And just behind her, on either side of her, are 2 guards. So 4 guards in total in a kind of a convoy-esque travel pattern. You see that they are equally as armored, not as heavily armored as that half-elven woman, but they are armored impressively enough. And you put 2 and 2 together, those are more than likely the town's guards, and that's the town's captain or sheriff. You see in the middle of this convoy, you see there is a singular man, human man, bound with his hands behind his back and a gag around his mouth. And you see, like, blood looks like it's been dripping down his back as if his fingers have been cut off. You can assume that. Yes.
I'm not paying as much attention to that as I am looking for Avarice somewhere in the crowd.
Okay, yeah. You can go ahead and feel free to make a perception check for me.
Not bad. 15.
You don't see Avarice in the crowd, but you do see that white raven that are familiar. And you see it perched on one of the little stones. But you don't spot Avarice, but you do spot that bird, the little raven.
Okay.
But yeah, as this man kind of gets, you see this man, he is beginning to be brought closer in, even into this crowd. And at first, it's kind of hard to make out the individual features, as it's, you know, it's obscured mostly by this like leathery robe that's kind of been, it's all tattered and it hangs over his head. But also the crowd is in the way. But as you're like looking through the crowd, you're able to get a better look at him as he gets closer to the pyre, and you see that there is. You see that he has this very long and sharp nose that kind of like points downward to the ground. He has a very snow white beard. He looks like this without the pipe in his mouth, and all that armor on him. He has the tattered robes, but he doesn't have as much intricacies. More so, just kind of bare beneath the chest area. So he's kind of like being dragged out in his undies in a robe. Very humiliating. But besides this long nose, you see that probably the most jarring and catching thing that's on him is in the middle of his forehead is a red spiraling mark, kind of like a tattoo, an arcane looking tattoo that just spirals around, and it kind of looks like it goes towards the back of his body, but you can't see where the tattoo leads.
Is it lit up or just a tattoo?
It's just a tattoo.
Okay.
There's nothing lit about it, but it is very striking to say the least.
Not that cool.
Now, if any of you want to make a history check, you can feel free to do so. There is some significance behind the tattoo.
If it's to recall information about Fey Fiends or undead, I would have advantage.
I'll say sure.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I got a 2.
You don't know shit.
I got a 14.
Yeah.
Ichabod got an 8.
I'm 18.
Classic
now.
Ichabod.
I can't see it, so I'm not rolling.
Yeah, unfortunately, the tattoo looks a little otherworldly to you. You guys don't really recognize what that is. But most of the people in the crowd are gossiping, like, "Oh, look at that hideous tattoo." And then you hear another person like, "Oh, I think it's pretty cool." But there's a bunch of gossiping. You get the sense that Minnie and Icewind Dale don't really know what that tattoo symbolizes or represents. But you know, everyone sees this word mark. They all let out an audible gasp. And they all, they get gossip, they murmur. But the guards parade this man through the crowd of people. The Dale folk, they start subjecting him to booing and vile profanities. The crowd's behavior, it continues like this until this man is pretty much prostrated through and led all the way up to the empty pyre. And you see he is tied to the large wooden pole at its center. He's still bound. He still has everything bound to him. And you see that the half-elf wooden woman that was leading the convoy, so to speak, she positions herself in front of the man, and she unrolls a piece of parchment. And she looks like this.
Oh, interesting.
You see her unroll a piece of parchment, and she speaks and addresses the crowd. She says, Residents of East Haven, today justice rings true. The man behind me is not a good man, but he is corrupted by his own ego. Typo. She pulls out a feather and marks it off. As that is, he still deserves every right each Dale folk is granted here. The right to a new life, forgiven of one's past sins. The right to endure and embrace the cold. As captain of this town, I pledged my life to upkeep our rules, and I promised each and every one of you the day I took office that I would bring any individual who chose to break those simple rules to justice. And today I have kept my promise. Torchbearers, you may come forward, and you see she points at the other 4 guards, and they approach, light their respective torches, and begin to approach the pyre. Yes, Tyler.
Yes. Could I? Is Dazong looking anywhere in particular?
Currently, he looks like he's just looking down at the ground.
Okay.
He hasn't looked up yet, though.
So
Gotcha.
during all of this, like, probably before a lot of this even happened, I would have turned to the rest of the group and said, the white bird is here. Avarice is somewhere close. I suppose now is the time to find out whether or not she is friend or foe to this man.
Well, when we talked, she said she didn't really. I don't want to say didn't like him, but like she said, it might be in our favor to become friends with him, but
Right,
not
but-
to trust him.
But then we assumed she was talking about him in the letter, and she was actually lying to
In
us.
cahoots.
Yeah, and actually in cahoots with the man. So I don't know if we don't do anything, do we? We don't have any particular attachment to this man, and
No.
the way she spoke of him, it wasn't positive, it wasn't negative, it was just, yeah.
I can't
So-
think of any good reason to interrupt an execution.
Yep.
So,
Same.
so Ichabod would.
Oh yeah.
No.
So does Ichabod get any sense at all about whether or not this is warranted?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel as you're pondering that question, you hear the captain. She speaks up again, and she says, "Brothers and sisters, this man has killed several of our own, at the behest of his own ego. And I know it's been many 10 days since your loved ones went missing, or they were killed, or you had rumor that they were gone. Well, they probably are dead. I will just say that right off the bat. We found 6 bodies with him. There could be many, many more. But I promise to bring justice, and justice is seeing its day today." She says that, and you can like, okay, well maybe.
Yeah.
I think he should probably die.
Well, I'll turn to someone else in the crowd and just say, what does she mean bodies with him? As in he killed them, or as in they died under his supervision?
You see it's a very like potbelly, bald. He got like one eye kind of guy with like a little bit of a Popeye look to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like Popeye because I can't. He sounds like Popeye, but I can't do the voice. Well, they found him over at or rumor has it.
Yeah.
Rumor has it. There were 6 people that were sent to find him, or he hired, and he killed them in cold blood for no reason. That's the rumor. That's what the public's been told. I'm sure there's more to the story.
There's always more
But
to
you
the
didn't hear that
story.
from me.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it.
I just briefly mentioned, I mean, he doesn't look like who I think the serial killer is. I'll just say that.
Oh,
briefly.
no. I didn't get that impression at all. No.
Oh, I forgot about that.
This is you?
No, well, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did
A lot
you
of
say that
shit
aloud to the
going
Delphone
on.
guy?
I whispered it to our compatriots, but
Okay. Not to him. To the
no,
random
no.
NPC.
I'm
Okay.
not.
Yeah, I would have turned back away once he
Okay.
said, but you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, and the guy after he says you can hear from me, burn that bitch.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The captain's like, calm down, sir. We'll get to that.
I'm just like,
Okay,
I still don't think we should get involved, but I don't think this is happening. I highly doubt he's gonna burn, or if he does, it's probably it's probably an illusion or something, just to bolster her appearance.
Can I? No, I can't see, but can I like sense if anyone is like anticipating to like do something, like shoot?
You can make I will say you can make an insight check on the crowd. I guess is a better because you're trying. It's kind of like a vibe check in a sense. Insight. It's kind of picking up on like muscle spasms, tensions, like cues that we don't normally notice at first. So
Is
you
there
can
a
make an insight
briefcase gun?
You actually see behind 2 buildings back a guy with a sniper rifle aimed down at
Yeah.
Wow.
Get down, Mr. President!
Oh no. Okay.
What kind of sniper?
I'm gonna use my
American one.
inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, good, because I need it. What am I doing?
Insight.
You're making an insight check on the crowd to see if you can pick up any.
Insight. Boo.
Yes.
12.
You feel that there's anticipation in the crowd. The crowd is like, the anticipation you're feeling is savage bloodlust for seeing someone burn for crimes. It's like a very like, this is justice through and through. That's what you feel from the overwhelming like the crowd, like the way everyone's tensed up. You feel that everyone's excited, and they want the show to go on. They want the fireworks to go off in a sense. They are ready to see this guy go up in flames.
While she was doing that, I'm gonna try to see which way the Raven is looking.
Oh, the Raven's just perched there, and it's just looking directly at the gentleman.
Okay.
At the guy that's tied to the pyre. It's not like glancing around. It's
Sure.
just like
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And the lady picks back up and she says, "Now, we are law-abiding citizens, townfolk, dalefolk. Without our rules, we are nothing but Neanderthals and monsters. It's what separates us in the walls, in the safety of 10 towns, from those out there." And she just points. You could take that as an insult if you're out. You take it as an insult, as a compliment. You can't really. You don't know how to. You can process that how you feel. When she says this, we will grant this man one last luxury, regardless of what he says, what he preaches, what he says to any of you. His justice will be carried out this day. I can ensure that. May he make peace and make good on his final words, and in this world and for the next. She walks over to the man. He's still looking down. She pulls the gag off, unties it from his mouth, and she steps to the side of him. She kind of elbows him, and he looks up, and he eyes the crowd. He just scanning the horizon, looking around. Elza, he looks at the bird. He looks at the bird, and you see that everyone can kind of see this. He looks at the bird, and he has like a disgust, like just the expression of disgust on it. But then his eyes kind of scan the crowd, and then they land on you, Elizo. They stop on you.
I figured.
And you see this large smile. You want to say something?
What color are they? Just
His eyes?
yes.
His eyes are like a light brown.
Okay.
Can I get an eye check?
Yeah. We got an optometrist in here.
Yeah.
What's your eye skill?
Yep. His eyes stop on Elizo. You see this very large smile that forms on his face, almost like a coy, like disbelief smile. It's like he's like smiling, but he's like kind of taken aback. And he begins to speak. Do mine own eye deceive me? An artifact from ancient times. Onagos. Wherefore dost thou show thy face now? Wherefore didn't I seek me out sooner? He looks at you, and his head drops a little bit again. He drops gaze with you. He looks back up. The smile now gone from his face as he scans the rest of the crowd. He glances at he glances at everyone in the crowd. He takes them in as he's enjoying this last observation. And he addresses the crowd. people at Heasthaven, quote this now. Although I did dispatch those men and women, I did not find joy in doing so. My plans must stay the course and be maintained at all costs. Their deaths were quick and painless. And you learn one from this moment. Learn one thing from this moment. What that death isn't still a true end. Find peace in mine own burning. He looks back down to the ground once again. And you see the mark on his forehead glows a faint color, very faint. And it looks like he begins to seemingly whisper some incoherent muttering. You can all make perception checks to try to pick up on what he's saying as it's
Did I understand from the things that the elf was saying at first that these 6 people who died were like family members of like people who were in this crowd,
yeah,
like
most
locals?
people that die in Delpho, they're going to be related.
Okay.
To one another. But you got that. You very much did get that.
What was this, perception?
Yes, perception.
19.
18.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
13.
12.
I think everyone but the 11 here. I think everyone got above a 12. 12 was what you needed, sadly. But those of you do hear as the wind kind of like carries it. Most of the people in the crowd are kind of like, you know, impatient. They're kind of just waiting for the fucking guy to get burned.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah. There's a little kid that says that. Fuck this piece of shit. But you hear him mutter as his little rune on his face is glowing. This like tattoo's glowing faintly, faint enough for you to pick up on it. He begins to mutter something, and you hear what he mutters. He says, "Crintus, I am to die this day. Make sure he is unaware. Keep him protected and safe. I beg thee. I pray thee. I pray you implement a set of good morals into him. He is naive, but he is me. Make sure he lives." And he stops muttering, and the tattoo stops glowing. He looks very much. He just looks down, nods at the captain, the oven lady, and he just. You see that he just loses hope. You know, he loses like. You know that realization that you're about to die. He has that realization with that sense. He's been knowing he's gonna have it, but it just sets in with him as he finishes his. The captain, sees that this guy has that vibe to him. She goes back over and she doesn't slide the gag back over his mouth, but she looks down at him. She nods at him. He nods back, and she speaks back up as she turns around and addresses the crowd. "Torchbearers, you may proceed with the burning. May whatever god you worship, murderer, may they welcome you warmly." She steps to his side, away from the pyre, and as she steps away from the pyre, the torches, they're thrown in slow motion. And they hit the pyre, straw-covered base, and it quickly lights up. It lights up fast. It just inferno of. Hold on. When the image loads, we'll see. But the straw lights up and it catches
wow.
quickly.
Oh wow.
It catches quickly. The wind picks up faster, stronger, whipping around you. Elza, it kind of feels like the rest of you that do know. It kind of feels like when y'all burned Asterix's body, Asterix and Perilu's body. It feels like that sensation when the wind picks up fast, and it just rolls through the crowd. It kind of like knocks people over slightly, but doesn't like knock them over. Like just pushes them a little bit. But as this wind picks up stronger and faster, it fans the flames to make the flames burn even faster, and it catches fire instantly. The dry wood that is built, this pyre is built out of burns fast, and it climbs upwards towards this man, and eventually it engulfs him. He gazes out from the flames, looking. At first, you all think he's looking at the crowd, but his gaze seems to be transfixed on Elazel. He is just staring you down. And his smile reappears once again, his very toothy smile, and he just nods at you as the flames just fully envelop him. And you see as he looks at you, he doesn't scream, he doesn't make a sound, he just looks and smiles. And you see his skin begins to peel away, turning to ash, mixes with the snow around you. You see like liquefied clumps of this man's muscles just plop to the ground, burn off his body. And you see that his bones are blackened already blackened. He burns fast. And you see that he departs from this life, and you all smell the smell of burning flesh. The crowd isn't afraid of this. The crowd doesn't seem to be disgusted at this, but they all step closer to the blazing pyre. They all, with this strange eagerness to feel warm, they all get close to the fire, regardless of its fuel source. Now, as this group pushes up to this pyre, you guys are all still watching this. You can make another round of perception check for me. And I'm having y'all roll a bunch of perception checks. Yes, Tyler. What'd you want?
Are these based on hearing or smell?
No, this is vision.
Damn you.
The smell very much smells like burnt old man.
14.
11 for Ichabod.
I got
19.
I got 10.
17.
So Jayla and Gal. I think you two are the highest. What'd you get? Does anyone else get a high roll as well?
What?
Did anyone else, who else got a high roll? I know it was Jayla, Gal.
I got a 14. I don't know what you're yeah.
Those of
think
you that
that's
got above, I'll say, yeah, a 14 is a DC. That's fine. You guys see, as this crowd steps forward, you see that you see that raven, obviously, although you're kind of trained on that white raven. The white raven flies off, but it doesn't fly off into town. It flies off back to it flies off in a direction away from town. You don't really know which direction's what at this point, but you just see that it flies away from town. You get the sense that you pick up that means Avarice probably isn't in this town. That's what that kind of impeaches that knowledge onto you.
Mm-hmm.
But those of you that rolled above 14 also, you all see there's an individual in the crowd that is acting strangely weirder than the rest of the people. Most people stepped up. This person, unlike the majority of the people clinging to the warmth of the pyre, they appear to be moving away from it, frantically looking around, like very much nervous, like looking around, very much on edge right now. They seem disturbingly shaken about something. You don't know if it's this event or if it's something else that's on their mind. But unlike the humans in this crowd, this individual's an Aarakocra.
Wow.
They have reddish pink feathers, and they are extremely long, very skinny legs, almost kind of like Fiska's long legs. But they do bear an unremarkable resemblance to Fiska. They don't have any real cold weather clothing on, but they do wear a singular metallic shield, or something something around their stomach. But you watch them as they're like frantically like eyeballing everything, moving through the crowd, away from the crowd. You watch them quickly skirt off to a side house, like a side small house, just inside of the town, away from the group. And they just disappear into the house. But yeah, you guys are standing out and watching this man burn.
Did he call me an artifact? Was that the word you used?
Yes.
Okay.
Artifact from the ancient times.
Yeah.
What the heck was that at Elazal?
Yeah, I'm kind of entranced by the flames. You say that out loud?
Yes.
I'm still staring at the flames. I'm like, I don't fucking know. We just learned about this man. We got here just in time to watch him burn, and then he calls me an ancient artifact, and
He sure knows you.
I just watched his face melt. Like, I don't know, Ichabod. I mean, he doesn't. I don't think he knows me. I think he knows probably as much as, I don't say her name out loud, but he knows as much as she knows, I think. And it seems like I probably could have had maybe a couple answers, but I don't know. Anybody see that pink bird though? Fiska? There's a pink bird.
What?
There was a pink bird. Do you know any pink birds?
Hey, let's not
Aarakocra.
assume all birds know each other.
I think I might have dated one.
I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody who looks at me and recognizes my species probably assumes we all know each other. So it's, I mean, I didn't know any Aarakocra. I just watched a man's flesh burn. I don't like it. What? Sorry, I missed your answer. Your response.
Oh, I think I dated one many years ago. It's been a while.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe it was more than dating. I can't remember.
maybe. Well, he went in a building right over there. Is it? Wait. So if, why would he be here, or she? I don't know.
If you saw a pink bird, I don't know if it's necessarily one that I knew.
No, the one that you did know. If this was the one that you knew, do you know why they would be present at this burning?
I don't know why any bird would come up here.
Fair.
Pretty cold.
I don't know why anyone would come up here, but we're here. I don't.
It looks like he was too cold. He kind of ran from the fire.
Right. Yes. Good point.
I saw him.
Don't blame him. Nasty business.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, now I wish there was something we did do, but I didn't. I didn't know what to do.
Let's think about it logically. If we were to interrupt this, we have all of East Haven Guard after us.
Well, I mean, you could ask questions. They didn't really give anybody an option to speak or forever hold their peace, right? There was no, like, inquiry into the crowd of, like, why shouldn't we do this? It was just, like, he killed
They may have
6...
already done that before we got here.
Oh, I guess that's... Well, no, because they came out when we got here.
All
mean,
the
like
people
bef-
could have...
Like a trial
sorry.
or something.
Oh, right, okay.
All the people knew there was gonna be a fire, and they kind of just wanted the warmth.
That also
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of warm, can we get out of this cold? I'm tired.
Should we go see the bird that was panicking? I mean,
Maybe he'll know something.
hey, he seemed kind
That
of
we don't.
frantic. Or she, I don't know.
She can't breathe.
And that man definitely
Is
can't
that
breathe.
Dallas?
Not often you see an Aarakocra up here, so I mean we've seen 3, but
And
might as well go
more Aarakocra than Onagaz.
count them.
I mean, so far, anyway.
Yeah, I guess let's go talk to him. Why not?
When we're sorry,
No, you go.
when,
you go.
when we're walking, I'm gonna try to like talk to Fiska by herself
Sure.
and be like, "Hey, you didn't really give me a description on what your husband looks like. So, is he pink or?"
Can't see him anyway.
She pulled out a photo, or if there are no photos, it was an artistic depiction.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Then no, it's not.
I
It's not.
didn't RP that right in the moment, but yeah, she pulled out like a photo of him.
Short-term memory loss.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind. Maybe I don't do that.
Do you want the photo?
Oh, no.
I have extra copies. She like opens up her,
Oh,
goes between some feathers, pulls out an extra copy.
for someone who doesn't
Oh,
want to be around him, you have lots of these.
That's very rude of you. She puts it back.
I'm just trying to be an honest friend.
Thank you for that.
Hey, Jacob, can we rewind just for a minute? When he spoke directly to me, obviously everybody heard it. Did no one turn toward me? Did it not catch anybody's attention that he was actually speaking to someone? Or did it just sound like a bunch of crazy to everybody?
These people in the Del folk here, they didn't really give a shit what this guy was gonna say.
What about the elf?
No one seemed to be paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah, no one seemed to be paying attention in that aspect where they were like really listening to him. They were kind of just like
Waiting.
really just waiting for the
Yeah.
thing to get lit so they could get warm.
Okay.
Like not even you noticed that not even the captain like picked up on that. Yeah, you very much feel it was just they were just too either they didn't give a shit about this guy's death and they just wanted warmth, or they were just tuned out. They were
Yeah.
talking to each other out.
Okay.
But you do not feel as if anyone picked up on that.
All right.
So what are you guys doing? You going to
I guess the building that we saw the
the
Aarakocra
road
go
to?
into, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, do we just burst in or do we knock on the door? Like, maybe it's their home. We don't we don't know. We're not those types of people who just bust down doors yet. Anyway, I'm actually
We do
saying
that.
this. I'm actually saying this to you guys.
Didn't we do that like yesterday?
Did we? Whose door did we bust down?
Well, you know, we like jumped through the windows and the.
Well, I mean, that
Oh,
was
the
kind of a
warehouse,
different
yeah.
story. We were chasing people that
Maybe our
we were in
owner
hot pursuit of.
knock on the door
Okay.
or
Yeah,
do
so you
whatever
got-
it is that Aarakocras do when they enter a house.
Ultra thing.
I
Yeah,
just.
Just feel like rears back her neck and just like pecks at
That's
her.
why I was gonna turn to Fisk and be like, "Do you want to knock? I mean, is this?"
She does. She pecks at
Yeah.
it. And, like 2 holes are left behind.
Nice.
Yeah, you go over to that you go over to that little building. Very, very bland, basic. Yeah, and you peck on it several times, poking holes in it, and you hear from inside, "Squawk! No one is home. Please go away. No one's here."
Don't recognize that voice.
You recognize? Do you ask that? Do you ask that?
That's how Spiska said that. Yeah, she's like,
No, probably not.
"Is that Reba, my third daughter? Your daughter, right? Third daughter? Can't remember. God, it's been a long time."
Squawk! Yeah, that's me. You hear her like, how do I know it's you? Who are you? She like puts her eyeball up to the holes that she pecked into the door. Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever heavy object that you hear some like shuffling, whatever heavy object that had been laid against the door is moved away. Very strenuous grunting from that individual inside. And you hear some, sounds like some chains being unlocked. You know the various unlatching and unmoving, unbolting of a locked door. The door cracks open a little bit, peeks out, and you see your daughter Reba. And she looks out. Do they follow you?
These guys? Yeah, they follow me all the time. I don't know why.
No.
I like that.
They're watching. She puts her eye up to you. They see everything.
Fiska kind of like looks around. Kind of
Be
following
discreet.
Reba's
Come,
lead.
be discreet. Come in. Be discreet. Don't find any business. She like pushes the door open and like flaps away from the door, back into the interior of the building. As the door kind of just like swings open.
Fiska like kind of opens everybody inside.
Follow.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go in.
Yeah, you guys walk in. Gal follows in as well.
Does he leave his card outside?
Yeah, he left his
or-
cart back there. He's kind of just followed you like a dog for a second.
Gotcha.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, as you guys walk into the interior of this house, the floor inside this house it's left almost bare. There are no furniture, there's no chairs, no tables, just a simple patchwork rug. There's a small fireplace that's just got the basic embers crackling with a very small amount of burning wood. And you see there are several paintings hung above the fireplace. And hanging down in front of the fireplace is this flower-shaped amulet. It looks like it made it from a fish hook. It looks like it's just like as a ceremonial, like artifact belonging. Fiska, you recognize it as a little trinket you made for your daughter a long time ago. From above you guys, you hear another squawk, and you see nestled into the rafters in a rather cozy-looking bed that's somehow been strapped to a beam. Is the reddish-pink Aarakocra. Its small orange beady eyes hide behind that little bronze buckler on its chest. It's like peeking over you. Hi, Mom, and others.
Oh, Reba, I love what you've done with the place. Is this yours? She beckons to the empty corners.
Yeah, she nervously like scratches her head. Yeah. You see she's still kind of cowering behind that buckler shield. You actually do recognize that buckler as well. You recognize that little amulet as a little artifact amulet, little thing you made trinket for her. But you notice that the buckler is of Iwak's. It's another one of your children. It was something that they had a long time ago. But yeah, you are. She seems very timid to all of you, and she's So, why are you in town?
Well, we came here to well, we've been in town for a few different reasons. Your mom's been going on a big adventure. It's been really exciting.
Where's Dad? Where's he at? Where's he at?
Goodness, which one was he? What was your dad's name? Never mind. Anyway, is that you, Wax?
She
Field?
shrugs. Did you shut the door? By the way, the door's still just like swinging. Someone shut that, please.
I'll shut it.
Lock it.
Did you say there were like embers in the fireplace?
Yes. There's embers in the fireplace, and there is some paintings that you can't really see from this distance. But you, Fiska, you asked her if that was Iwak's shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's like, she just shakes her head nervously. Yeah, it's mine now. He doesn't need it anymore. It's mine.
What happened to him?
Look, she like motions towards the painting on the fireplace. Yeah, you follow her her gaze and or her feathered stretch of an arm, and you see that there is these paintings look like they depict a story of some sort. These stories it's very much different stages of what looks like a very massive giant bird fighting three smaller birds. It's a very rudimentary painting. Obviously, it looks like Reba painted this, but this large bird, its proportions aren't normal. They are exploding. They are huge. They are just very, very forward in the painting. And they're drawn with like a very heavy hand, like they have very deep strokes around their edges and all that. And you see that this big bird, it makes it look monstrous in relation to the other birds. And each painting shows the same kind of scene of this big bird just striking at a different bird here and there. But it eventually looks like the numbers go from three smaller birds, 2 smaller birds, 1 smaller bird. And only the last painting shows just that large, giant bird. He's dead. See? I painted it. There. Fireplace.
I'm watching Fiska. Just watching her reactions to the news, to everything going on.
Her expression actually looks like not as sad as you might expect. She looks a little bit kind of like not surprised.
Okay.
Yeah. Become a very good painter, Rita. Do you want to tell me a little more about the story that you painted here?
He looks at you, her eye getting large. She flutters down to the ground. Puts her hands behind her back. Baby, what do you wanna know? Do you want to know how they all died? Viciously? Wanna know where I was, how I'm still alive? Literally, do you want to know where your dad was? It's been a while. Mom.
How are you even up to? Why did you come up to Icewind Dale?
Well, I was kind of hoping to see you again. It's been a while. Found a trail of yours. You know, some of us followed it. You know, Dad. You know how Wooderos is. We followed a trail until it ran aground, and then I've been stuck in this town, afraid to leave. They see, they watch.
Who sees? Who watches?
Everyone. I saw something I shouldn't have. I've taken precautions, so stay alive. I don't want to die like the others. What? The man that burned, he saw my face. They all did. The big bird saw my face. I know. Oh God. What do they do to me? Ah! Sorry.
My goodness.
They're always watching. Every night in the sky, I see that big ass fucking bird. That's where I live.
Can you tell me more about the big ass fucking bird?
I sure can. So it's a At first I thought it was, you know, we saw the silhouette on the horizon. I thought it was a bird. But as it got closer, it got larger and larger. It was bigger than anything I've seen. Its wingspan must have been 200 feet wide. At first I thought I was dreaming when I saw it descend. And then I realized I thought it was also maybe it could have been a dragon. I've heard of dragons before. But no, it was this huge fucking bird, and it just fell. It swooped down on us trying to kill us. It killed most of us. And then it flew away to the north. That way. That way.
When's the last time you've seen it?
Well, I don't really go looking for it, but I see it every night. I see it when I close my eyes. I see it when I look at the ground. I see it when I look at the sky. I see it. I see it everywhere. Usually at night, I see it. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? She addresses everyone.
What
Have
did
you
it-
seen the big bird?
I missed it. What did it look like?
From what she was describing, Craig, it looked like the big bird that attacked your party. I mean, even look at that painting; it kind of looks like that too. The painting kind of looks like it's bluish, reddish.
So Elazal's just like, yeah, actually, I have.
When?
On my way here to Icewind Dale, there were, what did I say, 7 of us, I think. I'm, up until yesterday, I thought I was really the only one left, but 2 of us survived, so I understand your pain. And yeah, it was the first. It was terrifying. It was terrifying. I don't doubt that every time you close your eyes you see this thing. Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss.
How big was it?
Big.
200 feet wide.
Huge! It was gargantuan.
I mean, I'll turn to Lorian and I'm just like, I was the, I don't want to use the word weak, but I was the least experienced of the clerics who were on our way up here on our pilgrimage. Some of them, you know, very advanced in their abilities, and they all died. There's the only one who survived other than me was that girl in the newspaper we saw yesterday. She was with me.
Mm.
And then she disappeared the next morning. So
Right.
I assumed they came back and took her in the night, but apparently I was wrong, because she's in prison. Unless the bird took her to prison. I don't know what this bird's doing. I don't know.
The little pinkish Aarakocra shaking its head. Prison? Probably not. Probably they die. It kills quick. It eats. Hunts. Like where it's prey. Us birds. She looks at Fiska. I thought us birds were in this together. What the fuck is that?
Oh, I can't tell you. I haven't met him yet. Did you know that Lonzi's up in Icewind Dale too?
Huh? When?
Lonzi?
Where?
Your brother?
Yeah, where?
It was either Targus or Grimshander, but
It
anyway.
was
Targus.
Targos.
It was Targus. Is it Targus? He has a little family now.
Oh.
I think he wouldn't mind taking you in if you are alone here.
Most times I'm alone. I feel. When I'm here. I feel as if someone's walking outside my door at night. I look and I don't see anyone, and I don't know what the fuck's happening, but they're out there. You gotta believe that something's out there. Every night, I hear them.
Fiska will turn to the rest of the group and say, I'm gonna stay here tonight. I'm going to stay with my daughter and hear the sounds that are apparently outside. Reba, do you mind if I stay the night here?
I mean, you can all stay here. I don't give a shit. I don't pay for this place. I just sit in it. I think whoever the guy they burned out there, I think they killed the person that lived here or the family.
Mm.
Do you know? You feel free to say. I haven't had company in. Well, I guess it's not my house. So I haven't had company in a while. Just don't move at night. Don't make noise. We can all hear them. Listen. There's multiple. I hear multiple. I don't know what it is. I hear them. She starts twitching a little bit. They're watching me. It's probably people that work with those other people I saw with that other guy.
Who exactly did you see with the Burning Man?
She walks up to you. What's her eye up to you? You wear a scarf. Oh. And she steps back. Well, so I saw two people. It was horrible. There was more than just two people. There was like 4 or 5. There were some like nasty little lizard dogs with them. There was some of them looked dead and rotten. They stinked bad. There was these like 2 massive rocks that could move. There was a white skinned lady with these horns. Oh god, these horns were kind of cool. There was an old woman too. Saw them maybe 10 days ago. They saw me. They know they're gonna kill me. She flutters back up to the beam. They see me.
I look up at her. I'm like, Were they all together? Or
She flutters back down.
separate? Hi. It's okay.
They were together in a sense. They were fighting. The white-skinned one was very mean, very short-tempered. I thought, for a second, I thought there was about to be some weird spells. I heard people like that, look goofy. They can shoot spells, and I thought they were gonna start throwing them at each other like snowballs. But they appeared to be arguing about something. I didn't listen.
Who was arguing mainly? The
The
old lady?
white-skinned one,
With who?
the old lady.
Okay.
The other guy, he was just watching.
I turned to Lori and I'm like, can you provide a brief description of the old lady to see if it matches the one that Reba saw? Is that Reba speaking or who was speaking?
This is Reba, the crazy
Okay, yeah.
croaker, yes.
She might not be crazy. But I would I'd give what Ethel looked like, but
Yeah.
then I'd also give what the hag, when she looked like herself, what she looked like.
What? No, I don't know what that is.
No? Okay.
Strange. This lady. I don't know who she is. She had an eye patch.
The white skin one with the two rocks, I assume, is Avarice and the golems. Or the gargoyles.
What were the initials on the letter? Or the letter? Who was it? Wrote?
There was a
Well, it was
D
DV,
and
I
a-
think. DV. Because Dazan and Vlin were the two that Avarice told us to get in with. And I'm pretty sure we read DV on that, which made us think that... I think...
Does Maud ring a bell? Does that ring a bell at all? No?
Nope.
Okay. I'm not. To you, probably not. Well, I hope not, anyways.
I will just quickly say, explain what the gargoyles look like. I say you mention rocks. Were they? Hi, again. That's okay. Did they look like this? And I'll just explain what the gargoyles look like.
She like taps the paper with her eye. She says no, and she shakes her head up and down. No,
Yeah.
I've never seen those.
Okay.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. That's my girl.
Right. Okay.
She runs to the wall and puts her ear up against it. Begins to like tap on it. When she comes back,
Wait, you said there were scary things that looked
they were
dead?
like you. They had tails. They were kind of lizard-like. They were small, tiny, like dragons, but smaller.
Were they with the old woman or with the white-skinned woman?
They were with. I wasn't watching with the woman. I don't. They were with Huh? With the woman.
The white-skinned woman? Oh,
No.
eye patch.
Old one.
Okay.
The very young and beautiful one.
Yes, understood. Okay. I mean, information's great. Appreciate it. That's okay. Is it good or is it bad? Like, you keep doing it.
Backs pedals away.
Okay.
She runs over.
I
to
still
Jalen.
don't know what that means.
She walks over to Jalen and just begins to like.
I just like kind of like push her away lightly, like
Yeah, she moves. She's like a feather in a bone.
Anything we should know about the town? Perfect.
I mean, what do you want to know?
About the captain?
Oh yeah, that lady, she's pretty nice.
Is she?
She's pretty cool.
What about the town speaker?
What about him?
Well, are they nice? Are they like? I don't know. I'm asking you. What are they like?
He's got an accent. Pretty funny. He's not from around here, but okay. Fair, just. He helped me pick up some sticks when I dropped them. Pretty cool
Cool.
guy.
It's kind.
Seems fair.
Cool.
Did we already ask her why she was out there watching this and what she knows of the situation with the Zon? What's that?
I don't think I asked that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't think you asked that.
So then I would have said, how do you feel about what went on out there? Did you think it was fair? Did you think the man deserved it? Or, I mean, do you know anything about what happened?
I mean, from what they say, he's killed people.
I mean, we've killed people.
Mom.
Hey,
That's
she
pretty cool
got
now.
the killing blow on a yeti.
Yeah. Yeah, not just people.
What's that? What's a yeti?
A giant monster.
I know what it is.
Oh.
They teach you in school.
she went sniffing Ozo again.
Alice was like, okay, wait. So, what are you looking? Are you looking for something? You keep sniffing me. Is it familiar?
Strange.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've gotten that my whole life. Is it familiar?
You just smell.
Okay. Well, I mean, we all smell in our. Well, thank you.
Did I smell Elazar?
Sure.
I mean,
What's he smell like?
are you asking my permission or are you asking
I'm just smelling.
Jacob's permission?
Can
I'm
I
just-
join on the sniff, actually?
Actually, Elza, I didn't mean to tell you. You are. Well, I mean, I didn't want to actually tell you.
I was like, okay, one at a time. If you really need to smell me, please don't do it all at once.
I don't recommend it.
What's he smell like?
Ozo, what do you smell like?
Maple syrup and Cheetos. I don't know.
It smells like maple syrup and Cheetos. Man.
No one knows their own scent, right? Like, people come into your house and they're like, oh, you don't smell that. Yeah. I don't know what I smell like.
Mm-hmm.
You smell like maple syrup and Cheetos. A little bit of alcohol too. A little bit of alcohol.
Well, yeah, that's.
What? This is unique. Unique smell.
Okay, so we got
I've
strange.
smelled it before.
We got
That's a
unique.
polite way to say it.
Yeah. Thank you for smelling me, everyone. I appreciate
Oh, you're welcome.
the interest and the fascination. Yeah. That was weird. Elazar goes over to the fire and spins around a couple times and lays down on the rug in front of it.
Yes. Where did you see the I won't say it, but I'll mouth it. I'll say, the white-skinned lady and the eye patch lady. Where did you see them talk?
She looks down at the ground. She's like motioning towards the door. She walks over to it.
What about it?
I guess I'll go.
Straight and to the
To the
left
right.
and then straight again. Straight. It's starting to feel like a Nintendo code.
Alright, Reba. Where did you not see them? And I'll wink.
I didn't see them. I didn't see them. I didn't see them at the wet trout. Or did I? I didn't.
Okay.
Okay, we will make sure not to look for them there.
Yeah, Elizabeth's like,
You
we
must
can
say
rule
where
that
you
one out.
Find them there.
Exactly.
It was a 10-day ago.
It was actually what?
A 10-day ago.
Oh. It's a week, right?
Yeah, so it's a weekend. It's a weekend favor.
Damn, that's when this all started. Us meeting each other.
Oh, whatever you guys do, don't fly really far north.
Why?
I can't
Problem.
fly.
No, I can.
She looks at Fiska. Don't fly far north. That's where. She points at the paintings. That's where that happened.
Ooh.
It's like a big iceberg out there.
So what did I miss on? What did I miss on why Reba didn't die?
She just said she didn't participate in the fight, and she was just like down with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She more than said she hid and was able to hide successfully.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there was like a mountain of ice, 600-foot long, big tower thing in the north. Why am I talking like?
I don't know.
They're watching.
I mean, we're watching.
I'm watching.
We're interested. Hi.
Well, what brings you to East Haven?
Opportunity.
Oh, cool.
Okay, what happened out there was kind of part of it. Yep. Oh, hey, have you seen a white? You said? Did you say that the white skinned woman had a bird with her?
Yeah.
You did. Okay. Did you see that bird was also outside there at the burning?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are watching.
Is that who you think is watching?
Everyone's watching.
Well, yeah. I mean, we all have eyes. We're all kind of
Oh.
watching, right?
They're listening and watching.
Well, we do. We all have ears too.
Every night, I hear them outside.
Well, I mean, we're here. We'll. You said it's okay if we all stay here. Is everyone okay with that? Should I mean, seems reasonable, right?
Yeah, we got to stay somewhere.
Fiska, unless you have any objections. Yeah,
Fiska is inspecting the paintings closer
Yeah.
at this point.
we'll all stay here with you, and listen as well.
We need a secret knock. So I know it's you.
Well, a knock's gonna alert them, though, right? Wait. Oh, on the door when we're outside. Oh. Oh yeah. Well.
And you knock to the beat. Bohemian Rhapsody.
It depends on which part of it. There's different
there's
like.
a lot of
I want to believe
whole
Bohemian.
song.
What's that?
You all know Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought that was that's an Arapahoe folk song.
It
How
talks
do you know it all?
Even a haircut.
Talk-
Even a haircut.
talks
Maybe I
about
shouldn't say that one. Then maybe we should pick a different one.
maybe.
How about we just knock once really loudly?
I
No,
like that. I like that.
that's could be anyone.
People usually knock like 2 or 3 times. Makes sense to me.
Okay. What time can I expect you to be home?
Are we going somewhere? What time is it?
What
I
time
don't
is
know.
it? Yeah.
It's like
It's like-
4, right?
Like
Oh.
4 and a half.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, because we left at
Shit.
9.
we'll be
Mhm.
back. We'll be back before dark.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
Do they
so-
start right at dark, the sounds, or is it like later dark, or?
It's usually at like 3 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh.
late.
Ugh,
No, I might be back later.
trying to sleep.
Should we try to get
I'll be
more
out till 3.
information on when Torque's caravan's gonna be here?
Probably.
Yeah, we also have to talk to the captain. So,
Yeah.
because the other guard was sent a letter. Hey, these guys are good folk.
Markham.
Yes, Markham did.
She motions towards the door.
Can we just do the traditional like da 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 da? Is that a good knock?
Shaving a haircut.
Yeah.
Sure.
Does that work? I like without instead of my voice I do it on her head. So you're close enough. This is what we're gonna do.
I smell in my sleep.
You smell in your sleep, or you smell me in your sleep?
Both.
So what you've
I'm watching you.
okay. This is fun.
Okay.
See y'all later.
Elazar pulls that flask out that he got, and he like checks if there's any liquid in it.
It's empty. It's an
he's
empty
like
glass.
he's like knocking it with his other hand. He's like,
You gotta fill that up, big boy.
wait, was that you or was that the bird?
That was the word.
You don't know what this is.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
She-
As we leave the building, I'm like, why did you all have to sniff me? I don't understand why you joined in on the party.
I did
Well,
participate.
actually-
Sorry, yeah, why
My
did...
nose off.
What?
Actually, I have a reason.
Fiska, what do I smell like if you smell me all the time? And is it good or bad? And why am I just finding this out?
I like pee-pee.
Well, it's a little rude to bring it up. I wasn't gonna do it.
Well, no, I've been bothered my whole life about different things about my body.
why
It's
are you
not...
into it? I was being kind. Consider it to my new friend.
Well, but you're not now. Now you're telling me that you've smelled me the whole time. That's worse.
Well, that's because Rebar said it.
Yeah. What's up, Lorian?
Did they say that there were like little U's with the eye patch lady?
Well, kind of.
Did
They
she say
said
that?
they said kind of like you, little like lizard-like things with tails. Yeah.
So I smelled you just so I knew what the smell was. Whenever we went to the wet trout or whatever she said.
So you're thinking there might be like mini versions of my race as well?
Like children, yes.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, I was thinking like
The kobold
I-
version.
like kobolds. Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe there would be children of your race.
Well, I mean that's probably also possible, but we were also told that like my race is infertile, so the possibility of children and the possibility that
Stranger things have happened.
like my smell.
Well, I think she also said that they smelt dead.
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she
Oh.
said they were dead things.
So
Oh.
it could just be dead.
Well, now
Never
you
mind.
got me thinking it's like dead versions of my race, and I don't
That's
like that at
what I
all. Like
was-
zombie anagas. I don't. That's not.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Okay.
Gal, what did I say about leaving your cart out here?
Oh,
Turn around. That cat
Sorry.
lady is at your cart, looking at your bloody cart.
sorry. I'll take care of it. My bad.
Come on,
I got
man.
carried away. How are
Oh.
you?
Huh? Just burned a guy, so.
We
Oh,
saw
It's,
that.
it's just fair. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, people are warm.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of terrible that he burnt. Well, from what I heard, he did bad things.
Justice was carried out. Did
yeah.
you escort them to town?
Kind of. They kind of helped me, actually.
Perfect. I received a letter the other day from Markham over in Brunshander that you are a group of finders, so to speak.
Enterprising businesswomen and men.
Okay.
I like how you put women first.
Well. So are you looking for a job? Gal, I know you've been bugging me about a job, so
Yeah, I'm still kind of looking. You know, the pelts haven't been the best.
It really depends on what you got for us.
yeah,
Kinda on
so
a schedule right now.
for sure, I can understand that. You seem like a busy lot. Well, I want to. Thanks for coming to East Haven. You know, it's always cool to see new adventuring types. in our town. I thought whenever Markham sent word over, I thought by reputation, I thought he was referencing the Iron Quartet. But you don't match any of their descriptions.
No, we're better. It's all right.
They don't hold a candle to us.
Okay, what is your guy's name?
You know what? Labels are kind of like
Hey, I get it.
dumb.
Pretty cool, fancy folk.
Okay, look, not all. You said you're a startup group of adventuring women and men, and gal. I guess you're part of. Are you part of this?
Am I a part of this? Well, I mean, I'm looking for a job. If they're joining, is that okay with y'all? I don't want to pardon.
What's the job?
Yeah, what's the job first? We
Um,
don't accept without knowing the details first. That's
So-
first lesson.
Good business practice. I am hoping to hire you with assistance on finding some missing fishermen.
Mmm.
It's been more so a recurring event more recently within the past month. And the last thing I want to do is cause a panic. We've already had this gentleman that was killing people. We have justice for him, but we haven't found the culprit of these missing fishermen. Now, I like to believe that these men might have gotten drunk, fallen off into the water and died, or they might have ran off with the missus and never misses. You know what I mean? But
No, I don't. What do you explain that? I don't know that part.
they are unfaithful to their partner and they want to have a better life with another chick in another town.
Oh, chick, like a bird,
Or
like
dude,
Fiska.
or dude.
Aarakocra.
Not that kind of chick. Like a female, a whoever they choose to be with.
I'm just trying to fluster her.
Yeah, she's looking flustered.
Yeah.
So they've been going missing on the lock Denishir for a month now. And I feel as if I've narrowed down where it is. I can't investigate on my own privately, since this is off the book kind of thing. This is a private adventure. But if you lot are finders, then I think you could possibly find. I could lead you towards where I think this is happening, and then you guys could go in and retrieve whatever may be within that.
How much are we thinking?
Well, this is a private business, and sheriff told me that he did 25 per person last time, but you did have a. He went into the real financial nitty gritty when he sent me a letter. Really weird. I was thinking 25 a person, and if you complete it today, soon, that you can have the 2 items that we confiscated from that.
Oh, okay.
What are the items?
Hold on, I dropped my feather.
Drop my quill.
There was a copper tube and a small gray bag.
From
we
the
don't have the means to really figure out what they each do without, opening them. But they were on that man.
from
They must be
Dazan.
valuable.
You're saying Dazan?
Yes,
Okay,
From that guy that burned you.
gotcha.
They must be valuable. They must do something important. I'm sure you can either get them inspected back in Bryn Shander, at Abel's Arcana, or the Frosty Finger, or of course whenever Torg's caravan comes in. They come in tomorrow. I've received word. They have someone that might be able to identify what the items do, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do whatever. You can sell these items. I don't give a shit. They could be worth more than They could be worth more than the town has in gold. But I'm not gonna use them. Town's not gonna use them.
One question:
Yes.
if we accept this
Yes.
job, this quest, this adventure,
They have many names. Yes.
is there a possibility that if one of our names come up for the sacrifice, that we could be not on that list anymore because we're doing a job for you?
Wait, why didn't y'all just use Dazan as your sacrifice for the month?
I mean, that's a very good question.
Well, that is a good question, and that is a good question. We didn't use Dazan as a sacrifice because the High Priestess thinks that would have been improper to Oral, an improper sacrifice to Oral, and
I think sacrificing people kind of not proper, but
it's not everyone's cup of tea. But winters have been easier. The towns have been safer, more safe than they have been in a while, ever since we started these sacrifices.
So Dazan was a pretty powerful man, though, right?
He was able to kill some women and men from our town. We are hardy folk, but I don't want to say powerful. I mean, he looked powerful,
Yeah.
but we don't. The people he killed were commoners. They were no one's, nobody's.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's why he thought he could get away with it. I mean, they all had what looked like a bolt of lightning that pierced through them. So I mean, they got burnt or shocked or something. Must have been some kind of.
Did he give a reason?
Kooky dookie. We're still trying to figure that out, honestly. I mean, the people he killed, like I said, they were nobodies. They had no kind of. They were good people. They had no
They
kind
were
of
somebody
paper trail.
to somebody.
Everyone's a someone. Everybody's a somebody.
You said
They're
lightning?
nobody. It looked like they had charred. Like it looked like they were struck by lightning, but it like through their chest. Now I don't know many people that can shoot lightning from their fingers, but I've heard tell that magic people that use magic can do that.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Exactly.
Interesting.
But
Poppy,
if,
pop.
I mean, there's not much magic besides what the high priestess has. Down. But if you guys are up to it and can do this tonight, I can throw in an extra 100 gold for the total.
Wait, so
Sounds okay.
was that a no to the like striking us from if we pop up on this?
So many questions came at me at once.
Yeah,
I'm so
no,
sorry
it's
about
alright.
that, sir. I mean, Sheriff Markham said something about a favor in his letter.
Yeah.
Now I could cash that in and let him know that we cashed it in. I have to give you guys the button still, but I can remove the numbers from the pool. We get little lottery buttons, and she like flashes hers, and she has a 69. Everyone draws a button. You wear it tomorrow during the sacrifice. The sacrifice is tomorrow during the lottery, and when your numbers drawn, then you're the lucky one. I'll be when you come. If you do this tonight, I will be in town before the lottery. Come to me. I will give you numbers that have been pulled from the raffle.
Wait, so you're saying your name is in that pool? You could be chosen?
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, everyone in town has a duty to fulfill, even if it doesn't seem like it. From children to old men, old women, everyone has that equal opportunity. But Sheriff Markham said you guys were owed a favor. Now it's not just for me to rob this from Oral, but I will just to get this other issue settled, so the town can kind of mellow out. I
Right.
will remove your names from the pool. I'll remove the numbers from the pool. If not, you can just, I mean, let Oral decide, I guess, as people say.
Well, no, I mean, what, Tyler? What?
Oh, well, I just, we'd be giving up the favor we got with Markham to do this.
I mean, if you have another idea in mind other than sacrificing ourselves on a pyre for the favor,
We just leave.
What are the odds? though?
Actually,
I don't
if you try to
know.
leave town, you will be hunted and brought back to town
You could try.
By who?
by the people of East Haven, the guards of East Haven, and if you were to evade, the town would probably be subjected to attacks from monsters, terrible weather, and if you ever set foot back in town, you'd probably be killed and sacrificed.
So I'm actually curious, why do people who aren't even from this area, why are they put into the lottery, especially if they're here trying to help your town and your
I don't write the rules.
Well, who does?
The high priestess, she deemed it. She brought it to the city, the council speaker meeting, and it caught on. And ever since then, everything's been better in towns. You know, we haven't had as many deaths lately. And whenever you bring up a good question, because whenever visitors do come in, when you cross into Icewind Dale, you become pretty much one of us. You are in our towns. You take our I'm not saying you. So I'm not trying to blame anyone, but you know, you come into town, you use resources like you drink beer, use houses, you talk to the people here. I mean, you establish yourself within the community. You have to play along with the community's rules in a sense. I mean, now if you want to go, never come to town, buy anything, or drink anything, or have safety, you can.
Well, let me posit an idea to you.
Yes.
What if, say, one of us were chosen
Okay.
to be the sacrifice? But what if, by sacrificing one of us, you are removing your chance of ridding this area of this never-ending winter forever?
Sorry to dampen your mood, but many have tried and none have succeeded yet. This works. This has a better chance of appeasing Oral's wrath than people's ambition. It's not a bad thing. Ambition's good to have, but it just seems this works more so. I mean,
Out of game,
yes.
do we know how widespread this like serial killer thing is? Like, would she know about it?
She would probably have some kind of inkling about it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not unknown. People talk about it, but there seem to be bigger things that go on. It kind of puts people. It gets pushed to the back of people's minds in a sense.
Okay, so I will respond to her and I'll just say, so I mean, obviously I'm pretty new here. I don't know how much death was going on before you all. Is it once per year or what? How often are they sacrificing people?
We sacrifice a person every month.
Every month. So I don't know how much death was going on before you started sacrificing people, but I do know that since I've been here, I have heard of and seen a lot of death. So
In the towns or out of town.
both.
What towns were you in?
Where have we been so far? Bryn Shander,
Targo.
Targos.
Bryn Shander. Those are only
Butthole.
There's rumors of
that?
butthole.
What does
there's
that sound?
there's
I mean,
rumors
I
of
can't
serial
remember.
killers.
Wait,
We've had
what was that place
explosions where people have died.
So the serial killer thing is another issue we're trying to deal with. We're still trying to figure it out, but they are loose. They don't. It's a serial killer. They don't. We haven't figured out their pattern yet.
Dugan's hole, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Not butthole.
butthole.
That's
Same
what
thing.
Jacob calls it, you know.
Same thing. She's like, but there was. I've heard rinklings about what happened in Targos about an explosion, and if you were around back like about a month ago or so, you would know that their sacrifice was killed. Their sacrifice was murdered by that serial killer, and they weren't able to appease Oral. And you see, they have had an explosion. Bad times have fallen upon the city.
Hmm.
It just seems whenever a town misses a sacrifice, there's just always a setback, some tragedy.
I believe that's confirmation bias.
What color are her eyes?
She has green eyes.
Okay.
Those aren't
Yes.
necessarily related.
Well, it just seems to be. It could either be a coincidence. I mean, every time it's happened.
Couldn't
I referenced Targos because it was recent. Every time it's ever happened, something crazy's happened.
yes.
There was the You weren't here for the Yeti attack, but there was a Yeti attack in Bryn Shander several months ago. I don't know if they really told you about it or not, but
How many?
it's like 6. That's still a lot of Yetis, though. I mean, that's a long way for them to come down. They usually stay in the mountains. So that's what I'm told.
We
they're
killed
told.
3.
3. 3
Yep.
big ones. 3 fully grown ones.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Oh, yep. Well,
So you guys
Four,
you guys are
technically.
professionals, and this is perfect. This is great. Is there
I
anything
just-
else I can?
I just turned to Lori and I'm like, if we don't want to use the favor, and I'm saying this under my breath, if we don't want to use the favor to guarantee our own safety from this lottery, then we need a plan for escaping it if one of us is chosen.
I just feel like maybe down the line it could be more useful than this.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay. Don't worry about our numbers.
Okay. Do you guys want to draw your numbers now? Then she pulls out a little pouch, shakes it.
Sure.
She opens it up. Y'all can go ahead and everyone can roll D100 for me.
Wait, can I try
Yes, you
something?
Yeah, you can try something.
Can I pretend to grab one?
You can certainly, yeah, you can certainly try.
I'm a
Okay.
sneaky one.
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Ichabod figures that if it's his time, it's his time, and if it's not, then he'll still be protected.
Yeah, true.
Jessica thinks she can get away if her number's called.
Okay. We'll just
60.
so your number is 60, Ichabod. You pull out
60
a little,
even.
You pull out a little button, 60, and she's all right. Don't forget to pin it to your chest.
I got 57.
Oh, you guys pulling from the same pot. And you won.
I got 68.
You
Damn.
guys just liked it. You guys are pulling. All right.
Look, I'm
That's
right
hey.
off you.
It's not a 69, but it is a 68. So.
52.
Hey.
Wow.
Boo.
It's a good number. Good
I
number.
will, as I reach in, I'll say to her, I'm like, I mean, I gotta do this, especially if my name's picked tomorrow and this is it, but are you familiar with the name Anazia Ghazul?
What the fuck is that?
A better question, have you ever seen anything like me before? Because your face hasn't really registered that I look very strange, like the rest of the people here.
Listen, Buckaroo, I've seen so much shit. You are peculiar, don't get me wrong, but there are tons of races in this world, and you may be the first one I've seen here in Icewind Dale. Be saving.
Okay.
I mean, I can keep a lookout. Are there more of you?
I mean, it's not gonna matter if I die tomorrow, right?
True. We have to appease the ice bitch, as they say.
Carl.
But yes, there are supposedly more of me somewhere.
I will make sure to keep a lookout.
79.
Nice. That's 10 more than me. Jayla, what'd you get? I will, before you tell me the number,
Okay.
the DC is going to be hard because they want you to pin this to your front of your clothing. It's going to be a DC 18.
I lost. Okay.
Okay. Oh, she's like, oh, sorry, I moved the bag a little bit. You might have missed. Here you go.
Okay. Okay. What? So, 30. Yeah.
Ah, the lowest of the bunch. You guys make sure you don't forget those pins tomorrow. It will be tomorrow at about 12:02. It'll be around 2-ish, 3-ish. We usually do it in a little bit later in the afternoon. It'll change. It really just depends on how we're feeling. Plus we got to clean the old pyre up and build a new stage for when we. Yes.
How many people live in this town?
We have about 750 residents with the 6 of
Does
you.
it only go up to 100 pins, or?
Well, this is just my bag of 0 to 100 pins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the one I have on me right now. These are the leftovers. The rest of the people already kind of have their pins already.
Right. Okay.
These are for the stragglers, as they say.
Right.
Wait, so does each town have a sacrifice?
Well, Bryn Shander, Targos, and us, we do human sacrifices. The other towns, depending on what they have, they could either sacrifice warmth or food. Everyone in Icewind Dale participates in this.
Why?
What they can.
Why did you choose? I mean, I'm not
We
a
have-
human.
Why
That's
did we
pretty
choose
obvious,
human
right?
sacrifice? Well, we chose our biggest resource that we have is humans. We are people, individuals, however you want to, whatever
Okay.
race.
Sure.
We thought about it in a holistic perspective. After I said Jacob, this is Jacob. After Jacob said holistic, he's like, I don't really know what that word means. I didn't look it up. She says we thought about it in a sense where we have so many people, we're overflowing with people. Population can be an issue. That if we get rid of one number, then that's an extra mouth we can feed down the road.
Do you have prisoners here?
Yes.
So,
Petty crimes though. Petty crimes. There's no that display we did out there. That's for the serious offenses. And she says we have tons of pickpockets in this town. I don't know if you've seen the flyers around, but there are. And we're kind of known for our pickpocketing around here. So just watch your pouch.
yeah.
That's
I
mainly
mean,
the people that get thrown in jail.
I don't blame people for trying to, figure out ways to survive.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, we just saw it as we're the biggest resource. Get rid of one, we feed another, and a never-ending cycle. Everyone participates, whether you're young, you're a baby, infant, until you're elderly. Everyone's fair game.
You sacrifice babies?
Their numbers drawn. It's all up to the lottery. It's not up to us. We don't.
But do they even reach in the bag and pick their own number?
We don't. No one reaches in the bag. There is our high priestess does some magic, and a number is picked.
Oh.
So it kind of takes the guilt off of us in a sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So she has control.
No, she doesn't have control. She is channeling her divine magics, and they
That
are.
you know of.
What are you implying?
What color are her eyes?
Well, they're kind of like gals, very beautiful blue, very icy. They're very cold.
That doesn't surprise me.
They're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Interesting.
All right, I'm not gonna be surprised if one of our numbers get picked.
So,
Yes.
I'll turn to Elizabeth after that. Maybe we do.
Yeah? Okay. Is it too late to use our favor now? We just
you wanted to use your favor. You can definitely use that. Your favor. I'll just have to send word to him that.
I mean, sorry, this is only been between Lorian and I. How do the rest of you feel about guaranteeing our safety so we can continue our work and not have to worry about maybe dying tomorrow?
If
That
it's
feels like a
up
pretty
to
good favor to me.
yeah, if it's up to a priestess that is with oral,
Arbitrary and capricious.
I think we're fucked.
Yeah.
So probably smart.
Yeah, out of character, the whole blue eye thing really did it for me.
That's
Before
fair.
I was like, that's fine.
Yeah, so probably smart.
Yeah.
Also, Gal's number.
If it makes you feel any better, I've kind of been around for about a year and I still haven't been picked.
It's a bit different.
Yeah.
It's 12 different times.
Right, I mean, it makes us feel marginally better, but I lean in towards Gal and I'm like, the problem is that we've actually, like, from what we understand, we've run into Oral and she's pissed at us. Yeah.
Yeah, we keep fucking her shit up, so.
Oh,
And I say this so that the guard, the woman, cannot hear it. Like, I say it.
She's kind of like,
Yeah.
she's looking at the bag, counting the number of pins
Yeah.
still, and making sure she has a full stock.
well, that's okay.
Yeah.
I see now.
I would ask her if our names are drawn in other towns. Do you have like an extradition kind of thing that will you deliver us to other towns if our names are drawn?
Wait, can our names be drawn in other towns? Like, are we in multiple bags of badges?
That was my understanding. Each, like, in Targos, and I'm in Brinchander.
I can send word to Sheriff Markham in Brinchander. We can get your names removed as well.
Okay.
And I can send word to
Mayor.
Nerth. I
Wait.
can send word to Sheriff Markham. Ask him, Sheriff Markham, if he can ask Town Speaker Duvessa to ask Sheriff Nerth to pull your names. Duvessa and
Okay.
Nerth They have a push and pull relationship. One time, someone does a favor for her, he does a favor for her. You know, it's a
Okay.
symbiosis.
Elazal's brain is hurting. He's just like, so wait. Say someone from here in East Haven has to make a trip to Bryn Shander for work. Are they suddenly in both bags? Are they suddenly in both?
Yes. As I stated earlier, you are using the town's resources. You have to enter the lottery. As well, now say if you preactively go out of your way to not go into these towns for a whole month, you could very much well just visit the smaller towns and be excluded from the lottery. But you do have to give up what the town does give up. So if you have to give up warmth or food, you have to go the whole night without being fed, or you'll have to sleep butt naked nasty.
But you do realize that we are paying for these resources, right? We are paying for room and board. We are paying for drink. We're not taking. We're not taking.
Well, you pay.
We are giving.
You pay us, you pay us, and you give us your services. You give us your money. We provide you with the services, but you also take away from the other folk that live in the town that could be using those resources.
It's easier to kill people who aren't in the town, who aren't from it. So.
I don't
They're
like
happy
this
to
place.
take
I say,
foreigners.
look her in the eye. I'm like, I don't like this place. You need to rework this system because this makes zero sense.
Listen. I know it works. That's
No,
if
you
have an
don't
issue
know
with
it.
that,
No,
can
you
bring it
don't
up.
know it works. You assume it works. This is not
believe it
knowledge.
works.
This is
I
not
believe it
knowledge.
works.
Yeah, there you
Listen,
go.
I believe
you
it works.
believe it works.
I know in my heart that I believe it works.
Nope. You
Um,
believe it works. You don't know anything.
Anyways, besides the fact, I believe it. Therefore, we continue. And if you have an issue with it, you can bring it up to the town speakers. They have a council.
Well, they're not in charge of it. You just told us who's in charge of it. Town speakers aren't going to do shit.
The town speakers vote on whether or not this ritual continues. This tradition, not ritual. This tradition continues.
Was that like a meeting? Oh,
There's a meeting that happens
hall
every-
in Bryn Shander.
There's a meeting that happens every quarter, where the town speakers come together. Unless there's an emergency, then they don't come together sooner. They come together every quarter, every 4 months. They discuss and they choose to vote whether or not we keep this around. It's up to them. Now, I'm just a sheriff. I protect the city. That's all I aim to do. I try to keep order about. But when it comes to the heavy decisions, that's above my pay grade.
So
each town has-
you're telling me during these meetings,
yes.
the people decided that it was okay to include their babies, their infants, to sacrifice their children, the future of these towns, to Oral, in order to appease her, maybe, based on... Does everyone believe in Oral? Does everyone believe this bullshit, or are they just going along with it?
We believe, it's worked in the towns that it's worked for, right? You can only believe so much when you have little hope. You'll latch on to anything. That's what I believe. But the argument was brought up was that regardless of age or, it could be an elderly person, it could be an infant, regardless of who it was, you don't know whether or not that baby is going to make it 6 months, make it a year without dying from another tragedy. But we practice this because it instills that, I believe, that it instills us with a sense of safety that we've never had before. And in the past months, it's worked. That's all I'm saying, sir.
No. I just think it's tragic that you're removing the free will of someone who doesn't get to make a choice because they don't even know what's going on. And that no one has spoken up about this at town meetings. It's baffling.
The town meetings are quite a spectacle. There is much argument. This isn't a topic that isn't unheard of being argued about before from other...
Well, it sounds like they're pointless if babies are still being sacrificed. It sounds like nothing gets done at them.
Listen, all I know is that everyone participates. It's a overall group effort, and it's for the better cause of our towns. It is unfortunate when babies are pulled, but it's been on rare occasions. If it eases your mind, it's been on rare occasions since they've been pulled. I'm just saying that everyone contributes. Everyone has a sense of duty, and everyone participates. It's for the betterment of those that stay.
Sure. Whatever you want to believe. We want to use our favor to remove our names from
I
this.
believe you do.
Could you remove Gal's name?
No, you
too?
know we do, because we just
Gal?
said it to you.
Yes.
There's no belief here.
What?
I believe you so much that you're telling the truth, sir.
Okay.
She's trying to make light of the joke.
Yeah, I
She's
know
trying to
what
make
she's
light of it at
doing.
this point. Gal, you are working with these people. If that's the case, then I will take your name out of this.
Okay.
Unless you want to stay in. I mean,
No, I mean, no, not necessarily.
Just take his name out.
okay.
So
Gal,
this
I will-
this just removes us for this month, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I could try to bargain for
No. I
full
just
immunity,
make
but
just
that's a big pool.
clarity. Yeah. Understood.
I can put fillers out.
No. Don't worry about it.
Oh, are we good taking this deal, taking this job with Gal?
Yeah, if we can get it done tonight
Okay.
or today.
Yeah.
All right. Well, put her there. She puts her hand out.
I'll shake it.
I'll put my hand up.
I shake it first. Cause
Strong
I'm
grip. Strong grip.
Okay.
Strong grip. Strong grip.
I pat her on the back.
Yep.
Darling, I've been waiting for a job for so long.
I know, Gal. I know. It's been a minute, man.
I'm not unemployed.
You gotta move this cart though. You gotta store it
No,
somewhere.
It's just heavy. You can't blame me.
Look, I
wanna
get it.
try
I know I can't push it. I'm not gonna even try. But you need to get it, unless you don't want someone to steal them and sell them off. You need to move them and store them somewhere.
Okay. I'll try and find somewhere.
Okay. So, since you guys are agreed to take this job, the agreed gold is 25 gold per person. If the job is done tonight, as fast as it can be done. Honestly, if it's done before 12 o'clock, before the lottery tomorrow, I will throw in an extra 100 gold. You will get the 2 artifacts, a copper tube and a small gray bag from that deceased burnt guy. And the favor will be cashed in. That sound about right?
Sounds right. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. I am going to. Yes. Anyways, back on track. So, she blanked out. So, I think I've located it towards the eastern coast of Lake Loch Dinishir. I've seen many rowboats wash ashore. I have heard reports of many rowboats washing ashore in that general direction. There is a system of caves over there. I wholeheartedly believe that the caves are have something to do with the missing fishermen and fisherwomen. I would say if you want to, you could sail across the loch over there, or you could walk. It really just depends. It's going to take you the same amount of time with the overwinds and all that on the surface of the lake. But I have 2 rowboats here for use if you want to use them. In town, of course. I have 2 rowboats. You could use those, or if you just want to walk. It should be about an hour and a half walking.
Have you questioned the fishermen? Do they know anything? Is it worth us asking?
Well, most of them don't come back. Those are the ones that we're trying to find.
Right. Okay.
The ones that are on the lake don't report anything that they've
Gotcha.
seen or heard. But usually, the issue is they don't come back. I would ask them if they came back, but they don't come back.
Gotcha.
Yes. You need, if you want to stop by some of the stores in town, you could get some gear if you need anything like that.
Let me check what's in
Torches.
town.
I'll just ask while he's checking that. Is there anything out there that you know of that we should be prepared for? I'm assuming whatever is taking these fishermen is something you don't know of.
Yes, I don't know what's happening. Like I said earlier,
Right.
I know for sure that it's not that monster that was in Bremen. The Iron Quartet took care of that thing. And I've heard rumored that there is a bunch of underconnected water tunnels between all the lakes and lands in all of Icewind Dale. I don't know how we would prove that, but I've heard a rumor of that. But I don't really know. I want to say maybe a booze-filled day on the water, and you fell overboard and drowned.
Was this
Could
all
be
at
as simple as
once,
that.
or was this
No,
different?
this has been happening throughout the month. This has been happening for
Oh
a
yeah.
while. It's
then-
just become so.
Did you do your
Calm.
lottery last month?
Yes.
Interesting.
So-
I like your implication, Jayla. Bad things still happen, even if you do your lottery, son of a bitch.
So, what can you tell me about Ruden's armory? What does Ruden specialize in, or she, or they,
Yes.
or
Rude
what do they
and
specialize in?
Pretty positive that they specialize in armor.
Okay, but
I'm looking.
what's the Yelp review? Like,
3.5 stars. No, it's holy shit. Where's my document?
ruined my son's
It's one of
birthday.
the it's one of the finer armories in town. He's a very fine dwarven craftsman. He sells very fine dwarven, very good armor sets. Usually his armor is considered more heavy than normal, but it's well made.
Okay. Sounds expensive.
He has worked with precious metals before,
Mm.
so he has skills, and he could probably craft anything from any kind of foreign ores or materials you find. He could probably craft them for you.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
I'll kind of look around and try to see if everyone's thinking what I'm thinking.
Do we still have that whatchamacallit stuff
No.
Fucking
that we got in like the beginning of the campaign?
We wouldn't have any of the evil rock, evil metal, I don't think.
Oh.
If that's what
yeah.
you're talking about.
For sure.
We know where to mine some, but
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
someone took away my strength.
It made you crazy.
Just saying.
I will ask her. Closest, I would have known the name, right? The post office that I'm looking for my package
Yes.
from. Yeah, I would ask her where that is.
That's going to be actually over there by the town hall.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, you may look for a package for you. See if a package comes in today.
No, I can go there. It's all right.
Okay.
I appreciate it though.
Okay. Anything important in the market? Anything relevant?
That's really
Something
up
that
to-
would pop to us?
It really just depends on what you're looking for. You can find any common goods there. Anything that.
Mm.
I mean, Gal would he works there. He's sold hides there before.
What's in the market, Go?
Well, I want to say it's just a big old section of just people making their own goods.
Okay.
It's a market. I don't know anything special. I don't pay that much attention. It's kind of the same stuff. It's all common.
It's called
Gotcha.
it's called Etsy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Out of game is pretty much anything you can find in the player's handbook before view and all that.
Gotcha. I don't think there's anything in the city that we necessarily need to stop at.
Well, good
Besides maybe the trout. The wet trout.
look,
Yep.
Thank you.
just head that way. She points to east of East Haven. Follow
we
the
could-
lake for an hour and a half, and you should come across the.
We can take the boats
If you want to take the boat, you can take the boats. I only have 2. I don't know if all of you are gonna fit in it. Gal's
Only
a pretty
three.
big guy.
Sorry.
And you said that walking would take about the same amount of time.
Yeah, with the way the wind on the surface of the lake is, it's gonna.
Feel
I
like
say
we'd
we
have
just
less
walk.
chance falling in and drowning if we were walking somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Truth.
would. If the fishermen are going fishing, are going missing, then maybe we should go the way of the fishermen.
And probably have their
Go missing.
same fate.
Well, no, it wouldn't happen to us.
Right, but she said the eastern shore, so we could always walk to that shore and then go out, as opposed to going by water and risking, how many of us are
Remember
really good
last
swimmers? Yeah.
time- Remember last time we were on a lake?
Yeah, I fell in. I
Yeah.
had to shoot a
not bad.
fish. I had to blast a knucklehead trout.
Could some of us go on the boat, and some of us walk on the shore? We'd cover our bases.
You feel free.
That
to
would be
get on that
splitting the
boat.
party. But has she already left us?
She is. No, she's still there. She's still
Okay. So I would say, on the eastern coast where you're speaking that they've gone missing, is there something up there that we can get boats, or is this if we want boats they're here?
Oh yeah, no. There's no
Okay.
shops out there. No.
Right. Okay.
The only thing that you're gonna find out there are caves.
Yeah. So then
Consumer
I will say to Lorian's point, it sounds like once we get there, we might have to swim to figure out what happened, because there's not going to be any boats available to us.
Also, if we do have to flee, if we don't bring boats, we will just have to run. If we bring boats, maybe we could escape into the water if it's not something, maybe there's a cove on land or something.
Well, but it
Am
is fishermen going missing, right? So isn't the assumption that it's something in the water that's taking them and not something on land? Yeah, I don't know either.
I thought it was in a cove or something.
So,
I don't know.
I'm just thinking about 2 boats. There are some really big people here.
Yeah, are these the same size boats that we had last time, Jacob, or are these bigger
Yes.
things? Oh, they are. Okay.
We could fit 3 each.
Hmm.
The rest of you aren't, well, a couple of you. Most of you aren't that big.
Wait, so last time it was Ichabod and I, and then Fiska, Jayla,
Yeah, there was
Lorian,
there
and
was
the
a
other
boat
one?
that was big enough for
Yeah.
2 people, and there was a boat big enough for 3 people.
Oh, that there were 2 different sized boats. Okay.
One of them was I thought the other one was kind of a little bit broken or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why it could
Yeah.
only have.
The two person was a little bit more broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we can do it.
Yeah, I don't think we should split. But I do think there's a safe bet that we're not going to find much out without going out onto the water. And I don't think we're all going to just start swimming in frigid waters to figure shit out.
Right.
So, I don't know. It sounds like we should take boats. I'm not crazy about it.
As long as I don't have to row.
Well,
No, yeah, that's what I.
Oh, yeah, I can
Yeah,
row.
we have Goal and Lorian.
Yeah.
what were the rolls that we were making for rowing? Was it strength?
It was. Give me 1 second.
He's not gonna tell you.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
tell
something.
Find out, motherfucker.
It was. Holy shit! I don't know. I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, you're right. I will
Makes
say,
sense.
I'm gonna make a detour by the post office. I'll meet you all down there, unless someone wants to come with me, because I'm assuming she left by now.
No strength checks.
It was strength. Okay, that's what I thought. Has she left by now? Like, we're done with her, so like.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
if you're
okay.
not engaging with her, she's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
away.
Okay. So I will say I don't particularly trust. Once she said, "Oh, is there a package?" I'll look for it for you. I don't particularly trust that it would end up in my hands. So
Yeah, and I don't know if she likes us either. So.
Well, she definitely doesn't like me at this point. But what else is new every fucking town we go in? I'm not stopping. I'm telling you that much.
You're right.
Goddamn right. I'm gonna go to the post office.
We don't have to roleplay this. I just want to get like a health potion or something.
Yeah. You can find a all over the place right now. You can find a. I will say you can find a at the market. You can go and find one. There's not gonna be a giant surplus of them, but you can find a single
Just want
copy.
one. Yeah,
can find
just
one.
one. Is it gonna be normal price or is it gonna be?
It's 50 gold.
Okay.
Not up charging us. Stupid foreigner. Actually, you're from Icewind Dale.
Yeah. I'm also big and scary, so.
Yeah.
You feel the people in the
That would
market
scare.
that have this potion. No one has 50 gold on them. They're like that's their big ticket item. You buy it from them. They shut down shop and go out.
Oh,
they
shit.
Go party.
You're slinging around cash. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
People noticed.
Can I look for somewhere to put the pelts?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be the best part?
You know a secret spot in town. You hide your pelts there all the time. You store your pelts in the pelt spot.
Hydro pelts.
Does he like? Does Gal sleep in a house or like at an inn or under his pelts?
Yes.
That many I would too.
Wherever feels comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, I don't really get cold, so.
while they're doing that, I will go swing by the post office to see if anything's arrived yet.
I'll just say for sake of it, just because you've been waiting so long, you do find that the dagger is there.
Nice.
It's very, very beautiful. That Yeti horn was fashioned into a very, very squiggly dagger. Like it's like a little wave, like those little snake daggers.
Yeah, one of those
It's like
ones
that-
where
that very-
when you twist it, the wound doesn't close.
It is very, very intricately crafted. There's a little note that says from Keegan that says, "Thanks for the challenge."
Hmm.
And there's a little smiley face next to it. But you have that Yeti horn dagger.
Nice. Did
I
you
believe
give
we
me
agreed
stats on
on-
that yet? I don't even remember now.
I don't remember.
It's
what
been so
we
long.
decided to do, but I wanted to say
Does his handwriting look like he has blue eyes now?
can't discern that from handwriting. But
Okay.
I think, Craig, originally we agreed on that whenever you roll nat 20 with it, it does 1d4 cold damage.
Okay.
I think that's what it adds to the extra. It adds damage to on a crit.
Okay.
I think that's what we agreed upon.
So
I think I'll have to check that.
yeah.
Jayla, you can buy your assortment of fish and squid, and it would cost you. How much fish or squid you trying to get? How many pounds are you talking?
50.
I don't know, like maybe like 2.
You get charged a silver
Okay.
for 4
Actually,
squid.
Can I
One
get
fish.
4 pounds?
You get charged 4 silver.
Wow.
You have 4 pounds of mixture of fish and squid.
Cool.
So it comes along too. Buys a pound of squid.
That's a silver piece
No,
from you
you're
as
not
well.
supposed to come with me.
I'm not supposed to come with you? Oh, okay.
No.
If you didn't announce that you were going, then she wouldn't have come. I assumed you
Okay.
announced it.
Stay away.
Sorry.
Jayla's not eating all this.
She's gonna throw fucking fish and squid at you at night when you're sleeping. Eat the food, Tina.
Well, no, we sit together and throw it at Lorian.
But yeah, you guys are. So what was the plan? You're taking the rowboats?
Yeah, baby.
I will say you find the rowboats and they are able to, for the hell of it, they are able to accommodate for all of you. So there are 3 in each rowboat.
It's-
There's 3 of you in each rowboat. You guys can tell me what y'all's. Who's sitting in what rowboat?
I would imagine it would probably be me and Ichabod again, probably with Gowl. And then the other three, same as last time, right? Does that make sense?
Jail's
Girlies
mean.
stick together.
So we
And I
got
like to boss Lorian around.
we got IEG in Rowboat 1, and we got JLF in Rowboat 2. Sounds good to me. Yeah, you guys buy the items you need, acquire the items you wanted from FedEx, and you are on the lake rowing. You row. And I feel like that's probably a good spot to end the session tonight. We'll pick back up when you guys are on the lake looking for whatever's happening. Expect many a battles next session,
Awesome.
depending on how
Many.
we'll go.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna sneak up on him. It's not even gonna be a.
Don't jinx us.
Check the
Wait.
water.
What is he gonna do? Kill me?
No, Ichabod's just gonna throw an Eldritch Blast.
Every corner has a baby Yeti in it. Welcome to the caves of Passin. But yeah, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Those of you that stuck around and watched, thank you so much. Thanks to the players for joining me. I hope everyone got an opportunity to enjoy tonight's session. Thanks, Ethan, for joining. I know Ethan's going to be around for the foreseeable future until one of us kills him.
Nice.
Yeah.
It has happened.
But that's it for tonight,
Okay.
folks. Thanks for joining. I will see y'all guys next Thursday. We're going to be playing on Thursday next week instead of Friday. Our schedule conflicts, and we will
Sorry.
see y'all then. That's okay.
Oh, you're fine.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching.
Good night.